live without.
Yeah, I know about Riverside. There's all
Hmm.
I know about
How long
there's
you
all
been?
the competitors too.
Yeah, I know. What's the other one? There's like
Riverside is your best bet because it's got the best video recording, and
hmm
you want to have the best quality going out. The other one was started with the S. That one's more the streaming for streamers
Yeah,
who
I've
are
seen that one.
hardcore streaming. I forgot what it was called. I just saw it last night. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I saw you. River. Like, oh, he knows what he's doing. Duh.
totally. Small time shout out to Queen for that one. But what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Why Ooze podcast. We are live here with my one and only good Oos, man, who made this all happen, made it all possible, man. Straight from the We Fobs Nation, man. Everybody give it up for my Uso guy, so smooth. What's up, bro?
What's up, we fucks?
I know, man. So
Oh
for
man,
those
you
that are
made it
tuning
happen,
in,
man. You had the drive, bro. What you talking about? We just guided you there, and you got yourself there. Shout out to
uh,
Queen and you. Sheesh, look where it's gotten. Oh,
I know, right? Hey, it's like, well, man, what is this now? It's like two. Is it almost 2 years?
yeah. Well, what
Two and a half.
2021? Yeah, yeah.
2021, yeah, bro. But today, guys, we really don't got no agenda, man. We just gonna be catching up like two brothers. You know what I'm saying? That haven't been communicating for a while because we've been doing our own thing and
Oh,
just
we free
continue.
balling.
Free balling
Oh.
today? No, no, no. But that's the one thing I do like about you because I know you do have some up your sleeve, and I have some of the topics too that I want to talk about too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, in
This
in
guy.
the in the essence of podcasting, man, it's just for this past 2 weeks, man, I just been so busy with the new promotion at work. So just trying to get in the whole understanding.
Congratus. That's how it
Thank you,
is,
bro.
man. And
Yeah.
get that promotion in.
So just trying to learn that side of things, just continue to elevating on that side of the career path, whichever one goes first. It'd be nice to see both of them go good, but we'll see how that goes though. So you know what? I started this whole thing. I didn't even test to see if my well, yeah, I didn't even turn this on, bro. The mic thing.
Well, I
I'm
can
like,
hear you. Isn't it
no, you
on
can,
or?
yeah, you can hear me, but I didn't set it up to the.
Oh.
It's just straight the earbuds, which is all right, man. We don't need this shit. Just put to the side, yo. I'm looking at the mic thing. I was like, hold on.
Oh man, you just went blank on my end.
Right there.
There
Boom.
you go.
Yeah, just trying to get this whole. Oh, speaker. Right there, toner. Up. Testing mic 1 2. Testing mic 1 2. See if that works.
Coming in good.
See? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Now
hear
you
you.
can't. Wait, no, that's a speaker.
No, I can hear you.
Nope, right there. That's a speaker. This is the mic. Yeah, for some reason
No.
the mic's not switching over. Having technical difficulties right now, ladies and gentlemen, with the studio setup. Your boy's been busy with life, Kafkaya Donald Trump, you were all of these stuff, bringing Elon Musk in a few months ago to go ahead and get him to kick out a whole bunch of government people out the damn thing, and it also affected the regular corporate world. So everybody's in a stress
Everybody on
mode.
their toes.
Yeah, it is, man. That's the truth right there, man. Has it affected myself too? Yes, it definitely has, especially in the sense of management and funds that the federal no longer is supporting our end and the I want to say the what is it the audio manufacturing world. It's specifically on the EV side. So with that funds not coming in, it's going to be like corporate's going to do their own thing, man. So we'll see how it goes because I don't think it's going to. I feel like there's two things that comes out of that. Do you understand what I'm talking about, though, bro?
I
With the
already know
government,
what you're talking about. I
yeah.
know all the because they did cuts down the line, but you know what? It's funny. even though they did those cuts, I don't even know if the cuts are really
Gonna affect.
if they were made into law because that's why Elon left them. Elon left because he was like, "This is bullshit." Oh my friend,
Nah, bro,
bull
you're
crap.
so right, man. No sense. I know, right? I need to work on the no cussing too. Try to keep it professional, but you know, it is what it
Is
is.
he was like
It
bull
is what it
crap
is.
because that's why he left. He said there was supposed to be cuts, but they didn't want to do the cuts.
They did the cut though, bro. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
in a
In the
roundabout
federal,
way, yeah. But
yeah,
yeah,
it's
you're right.
pretty
In the
big.
cuts, it's big because it affects everybody quickly. It doesn't. It wasn't like other administrations where it was a little easing into a cut on a budget and stuff. You're already saying you feel it, right?
Yes, and I'm not even part of the federal. That's what I'm saying. On the corporate
Yeah.
level of things, it affected some companies, you know, because of the federal, I want to say, funds that comes for these corporations to help the economy in whatever state that you're living in. Which for me, in the state of Kentucky, that government fund helped out my company be able to bring in more people to work. And because Donald Trump signed where he's not going to fund us in specifically the auto
Which
the
company?
industry,
Like what is your guys' industry?
let's just say EV.
The
I am not
electric
by law.
electric vehicles.
Some yeah, put it that way. I can't say it out to say what
Uh
for the sake of my own self signing the what do you call those agreement things
yeah, the
where you're
not
like
NDA. They're called
yep
non-disclosure agreements.
to not advertise the company's name, but I am in the EV
Oh
industry.
yeah, hella
So
affected because what he
yep,
cut those mandates.
yeah. So he cut that. But to me, what's your thought on that? Because the way I feel like it benefits it takes the hand. I think the EV industry in themselves probably wanted that too, so that way they can go ahead and still make business with China because you know
Well,
with
remember
the
we got the
minerals.
tariffs though. Nobody wants to do business with foreign people yet. We got the tariffs still. I don't know if the tariffs came down or something.
It did.
Like, but he wanted to raise the tariffs because China went back on their word, and China, yeah, China with its own same old BS. That's why they're gonna get hit with higher tariffs. So anything coming out or going to China is it's costly. Everything has to be American made and sold to Americans. That's what he wanted to do with the tariffs on that end.
hmm What are you?
It's
I
kind of
mean,
well
yeah.
the
Tell me about
right
it. What's
now
your feel
the
on it?
data is showing that it's actually working. Like
hmm
the actual economist data, the guys who were saying it wasn't working and stuff like that, the data shows the economy is pulling back a bit stronger now. What's happening too is about now the EV mandate is like a little weird, but at the same time it's one of those politics. It's the politics game. It's the he did that, but then you got the cuts that go out to the subsidies, right? He cut the subsidies to the EV companies. Subsidies meaning you don't get taxed as much, or he also cut like your extra funding. So remember, this is the EV guys. What about the guys? Because he went back to big oil. Yeah,
hmm
he goes back to big oil and he goes back to the drilling and stuff like that. You know, our little hometown back there in the islands is going up in arms because of there's that they want to open up what do you call special minerals drilling down there
Yeah,
in the
I
Pacific
seen
Ocean.
that one. I think what is it? Former Governor Lolo wrote a form of a letter to the petition to send out to what's her name, the lady
Mata.
Makaise Mata for like,
Yeah.
and that's the thing though, man. So what's your thought on that one, man? Well, I forgot what it's
Bro.
called. It's like a
So
bed sheet or what's what the bed.
bedrock
Uh,
mining, undersea
hmm
bedrock mining.
yeah.
Tell you, you know what? The world's been on its tushy cushy uh, bum for a while. Everybody's been getting too cushy with the way things were being run, and a lot of that was, a lot of that was just it. It wasn't. It was what would you call it? Bureaucratic. like a lot of people were getting used to the easy way stuff was run. Now you got some guy who comes in, shakes things up, tries to slim stuff down like he says, and actually does it. Cuts out a whole member. You also talk about freaking. So they're trying to do that, in the reason why they want those precious minerals is for the computers and stuff, right?
See, what he do is he try to smile, but
It's
that's
for
not
the
really nervous.
it's for the
The
mineral.
chips, like
Yeah,
those supercomputer chips he wants, because we can't get any. We can't. You got to go to freaking Taiwan to try to get them. Then you got to mess with Taiwan because China says they want to own Taiwan, right? And
hmm
we're over here already. He's already trying to put all these huge tariffs on China because China. He says China cheats, but I'm pretty. Everybody should understand that China cheats anyways. I mean, I like the Chinese people, but then your leaders cheat hella bad when it comes to money and economy. Where were we on the subject of? But yeah, it's just stuff that they're doing because they say they want to put money into the economy. But it didn't. Like I said, I was of the thing that they were going to cut budget, they were going to cut money and cut like a lot of the waste, fraud, and abuse in the government. Then you relook at like this big beautiful bill that he passes.
Well, I was
Uh,
going off of the one where it's like this is back in 20 this year of May, where former Governor Lolo
Oh
Molina
yeah, yeah. Sorry,
probably
going back to
urges,
the drill. You're
yeah,
talking about the undermine the underwater drilling. So he said that. Lord, if I was talking about Trump in general, but let's go back to the American Samoa. So they want to do mining of minerals on the
yeah,
seabed in the seabed near American Samoa. Well, in
exactly.
American Samoa waters,
Yep.
and the majority of people in American Samoa itself do not want it because they know about the environmental impact of that type of drilling. But it's not left up to them. It's left up to the um because what Trump did open up that area for drilling for sea mining,
hmm
and American Samoa was putting forth a petition, and they used what Lolo, former Governor Lolo, put his 2 cents in, saying no, it should not be done. He added it to a lot of others out there that did it, right? Um,
Yeah, because it's just like the local memorandum thing is like the executive order, the 006-2024, in effect prohibits seabed mining but allows controlled research.
yeah.
So whatever that means.
So there is no mining. They're researching whether they should mine there.
hmm So it's saying right here, according to Chad himself, that it means that it plays a prominent role in shaping public and political resistance to seabed mining. His letter reinforces the grassroots driven demands for scientific rigor, community consent, and protects the culture and ecological system, which is the local government of Mega Samoa is aligned. They're supporting a memorandum while the federal processes move forward. So my thing is about that, man. So now that it hits home, bro, how do you feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I know that now it's kind of like right in front of our doorsteps. What's your take on that one? Because I know for the minerals that they're trying to also do too, it has not only for the data bit that you're talking about. I believe also that that mineral too will help also with the EV,
Yeah,
like the moss, bro, like
remember,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
the lithium batteries and everything,
Yeah, yeah.
because
No,
they don't have access to the material.
so
Bruh, I'm still. I mean, I'm with the environment because the environmental impact of that kind of stuff is like bad, like really bad, like destroy the ocean bad. And if it causes that, a lot of that's why our people are fighting against it because it'll destroy the fisheries. And the only
yeah,
thing we export from American Samoa is tuna, like indirectly tuna. Like that's the lifeblood of American Samoa right now. But at the same
exactly.
time, I feel like I said everybody had been sitting on their tushy for too long instead of finding other solutions to get, there should have been other ways. I know in American Samoa they were trying to find other exports to do, never really came along because of the bureaucratic system, meaning a lot of red tape. You know what I mean by exports, right? Trying to get more money, right?
Yes.
They didn't have. So, man, it is a possibility that that seabed mining will bring in rake in dollars, but I don't know who the dollars would go to. The problem with To me, the problem, like I already know, the problem with American Samoa is the change in administrations and whoever gets to be the next governor. It's never set. Like a
It's the
new
same thing. That's the
it
same thing I feel about
like it's
like,
never set. It's always someone different coming in and kick out another
and
administration's
then change the
people,
plan instead of like
change
at
the
least
whole
seeing the plan.
plan, so they can, I feel for them where they're arguing, hey, no undersea, no undersea mining. But what if another administration comes and they're like, uh, no undersea mining? Then they get in there and they say, okay, just let it go.
Yeah, because now they're all about the money. Because that's the way the economy works a lot, right?
People are gonna
Those
say,
that
oh no,
never grew up with
make
money,
sure we're
yeah,
gonna make sure they're never gonna get in there. They're gonna get in there when it comes to money. When people want money, you put. I'll give you an example, man. On voting day, it was always rumored that if people went to vote, there was some people who went over there and gave $20. Here, $20, go vote for me.
yeah.
$20, right? Bribing their way in illegally, secretly, without, this is allegedly. Now imagine instead of $20, you're getting like what, 100 grand, 200 grand,
And that's a lot in American Samoa. For
and
any,
that's the kind of power these kind of industries from off island would try to do. And I know like I said, they're fighting to say no to this stuff. But man, what do you do when these big uh, you have to get on a world stage to try to stop them, but at the same time, when it comes down to money and the way this administration has another 3 years to go, the new Trump administration, and they're all about the money, uh, you're fighting a very uphill battle.
it's gonna be tough regardless. Because you nailed it on the coffin right there, man.
To
It's no difference from like Donald Trump, right? Is his plan like bringing like raising tariffs, not just China, but all the other countries that's been like
all he did,
just,
yeah, they all
you
got
know what I'm
hit with
saying?
it.
Even though that, like, to me, I feel like this is just my personal opinion. I feel like it's a good thing, but the one thing that's going to trump that is the next person that comes to sit in there. They're going to change the whole plan. Like, if they
Well,
don't see it through, we're never going to be able to prosper as a country because
remember, he
somebody's
has
going to come
three
and change
years
it.
though before some. That's why he's working so fast, right? So
Yeah, that's
his
why.
his problem is he should have. So everybody was pretty set that if this is what's going on X, the chatter on X, formerly known as Twitter, everybody was pretty set on Trump that he's going to have a long ruling dynasty after him. Like the whole MAGA world is going to be there. Now there's a problem where it's very iffy now because of the whole Epstein list thingy. And I don't know if you still
No, we'll talk
saw.
about that one, but let's stay on this one real quick. Yeah, because
No,
that,
no,
that
but
is a good
this is
topic.
what I'm trying to say is like you say, it's got to be a stable administration, just like
Hmm.
American Samoa. It's got to be a stable administration to fight. Like if you want to fight against the mining, the next administration that comes in has to be on point with that
Yeah,
message,
stay
right?
with the plan. Correct.
But like you said, another administration comes in and knocks that one out and says, you know what, we want the money. Same thing with
Yes.
Trump. So Trump, everybody think his is strongly set, strongly set. Epstein happened, it's not strongly set. There's already battles, like there's already conflict in there. So they don't they're saying that, man, we might lose a lot of primary seats for the Senate and the House come 2028, or was it 2026? 2028. Elections for the Senate, senators and the Republican. I mean the senators and the representatives. Because Republicans control everything now, right? They control the
Correct.
House, they control the Senate, and Trump has the power. But right now, because of all the problems he's going through that he made himself, it's a little shaky there. So we don't know, like you said, you don't know what administration might step in. If the Democrats rule on the next one, then everything just stops, right? All his tariffs
Hmm.
might get voted back, and then you're gonna be like, what the hell? What's going on? What's our business now? That's the kind of game these politics play with our lives.
Yeah.
And then it
And
goes back to American Samoa. Like, are they gonna still say you like you said, it's research right now. How many more? When's the next governor elections? It's gonna be what? So 2024. So it's every 4 years. Yep, 2028, right?
I believe so. Yeah, you're right, because it was '04 when he won. No,
And
he
right,
won in '05, didn't he? January of this year.
04, he won in '04, but he like Trump, he gets in '05.
So doesn't it start on '05? So that means he's
No,
still
it's
'09.
no 2024, so 2028.
Okay, so it is 4 years from 2024 when he won the election.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then remember, the other thing a lot of people don't know is that like for the American Samoa elections, it's really looking like the current governor is a little bit embattled over there. Like he's going under some pressure from the community. Like there was some people.
Because the community is so used to, like what you were saying, man. People are lazy. People are lazy. They love the free money that's coming. All these little like what is it? Food stamps. All these welfare stuff programs that's been in place made a lot of the people that's lower class get comfortable with it, not realizing their own potential with their own hands. They can do so much.
Well,
You know what I
that's
mean?
so that's the independent style of thinking and the Republican style of thinking,
Yeah.
which is now ruling America. But then at the same time, you have, like you said, those people who are relying on that stuff, the food stamps
hmm
and the free money coming through.
What's the data saying though, bro? I mean, like even the current one for the past 2 years, America as an economy, are they leaning towards more of independency or still enjoy? Because I feel like just not even looking at the data, that still the majority is still towards that like getting help, getting funded, getting like the welfare and stuff like that. I think
Well,
there's more people like that than there
the
is like people
majority of
that
the
make.
people like that is on the Democrat side. Like
Yeah.
that's why they try to divide the way America is between Republicans say you got to go to work and do your thing and earn your share, and then the
Yeah.
Democrats saying we can help you. This is socialist style help. Like we'll help you with whatever it is. So it comes down to like which ones is just a waste. Like which one is
And that's what
just
I'm saying, bro. What in your own take or like from researching, right? What is the data saying as far as America? Which percentage is higher? Is it the independency or is it the ones that are still all about the
no.
Democrat
Oh,
main mindset? You know what I'm saying? Like wants to. Because I feel like for me, honestly, dude, I just from what I see in the state of Kentucky, I feel like
it's
Democrat,
still
even though it's a state of republic,
no.
majority
It's
that lives
still
here,
you're right. It's still a lot
of
of
course
people
it
on
is.
welfare.
They want the help. They rather have the help
But
and
then you
stay
see,
home.
it wasn't at the same time. There's another argument that could be said. It wasn't people's fault for like being on welfare, but the fault was these corporations that started driving up the prices of housing. They started
hmm
driving up the prices of what do you call goods, your groceries. Everybody blaming the government, but then man, you got to blame the guys that are doing the price jacking. And yes, you could point out to the government, but those prices have been going up since the past three presidents. Um, who was it? Even under Trump on his first term, but then even before Trump, it
Biden
started
and
going.
Obama.
Yeah, Biden, Obama. Um, Actually, it started going up when we had 9/11, bro. That's when
Clinton,
everything went crazy. That's when
no
they broke
Bush,
the
Bush Jr.
Bush.
Yeah,
That's when all the rules were thrown out the way and people got greedy because they're coming out with research about 9/11. Allegedly there's research and facts pointing out that 9/11 was a money grab. Like they used 9/11 to start that war with Iraq instead of going to war with the real guys who did 9/11. Then there's oh bro, it's a whole rabbit hole of crap, dude. Like all about money. All the stuff we went through, all the drama we went through was all about money. That's what people are coming out with all this new research and they're releasing it on X. A lot of people say don't go to X because it's all the stupid, not the stupid, but all the racist. No, X is not racist. X is where you get unfiltered news. Like nothing is filtered.
Who's saying that to you? Like, where are you getting your information as far as like people are saying? I feel like it's the media saying that, but not people to not go to X.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
But then, bro, you got to think about how much people watch the media. Like, there's still like a bunch of people in American Samoa watch the media. They
well,
don't
I
listen
feel
to
like
it.
that's just more baby boomers and Gen X,
The it's
generation
over.
wise.
It's like how you said the welfare nation all over. It's the same.
Hmm.
About the same amount of people watch the news, and then when you go on X, you could see how the news is a type of propaganda, bro.
It
Like,
is definitely
have you ever seen like their videos where they show the shorts of all these news channels saying the same thing? You
same
got
thing.
hundreds of anchors from different states in different counties, and they're all repeating the same script.
Yeah, that's why what's her name? Like Candace Owens and people like whistleblowers like that, or like, yep, the Jews that this
Remember
particular
when we
race
first
that
started
own all that.
podcasting? You brought up the Jews when you first came on freaking WeFops
And
podcast,
I don't
bro.
know a lot. I don't know a lot,
No,
but I
but
just
you
know
see
that
what
that's
it
what
is
it
now?
is.
Like everybody's arguing because of the war that's happening with Israel and
Yeah.
I mean and freaking like all of a sudden we turn cold and now we're saying bro, it's so much stuff. Where do we're losing track here. Where are we at?
We are
We were
adding the
talking
fact of
about
like we're
the seabed
dissecting.
mining
Yeah,
and we've
because it
gotten
adds
into the
because it
welfare
ends
state.
up it ends up coming down to the two percenters that we were talking about from the WeFop days, and now with the YOs. It's always going to end up the story. The moral of the story is always going to be two percenters just trying
The
to.
greed.
Yeah, they're trying to, and they're using people like Trump. They're using people like like all these social media people to like cover their asses. That's really what
Finally,
it is.
I got my train of thought back. Yeah, that's where we came from because you were trying
Yeah.
to say, is it more welfare state? Like everybody's on welfare more than they. And I was trying to say the reason why is because it was hard to find a job. It was hard to, pay for groceries. It was hard to get rent or buy a house. You can't even buy a house on one job, like literally
Yeah.
anywhere.
You can't even live an American dream or even live a good life because both household, meaning a husband and a wife, has to both work.
Well, bro, that's why 89. What do you call it? 89% of America voted this guy in was to bring those costs down and try to bring what they said the old a golden age, which they really do call it golden age. Like literally, all the Republicans are most of them are calling it golden age when they talk about this.
Put us
Like
on game on that. What do you mean by golden age? Because I don't know.
a
I
golden
personally
age
really
of
don't know.
America. Like you know how his logo was "Make America Great Again," right?
Hmm.
So now that he's in, he says he's at all of everyone is saying his that everyone in that administration is saying he's currently working towards making America great, and that's the golden age of America, which has arrived. That's what they say. It has arrived.
Do
The
you
cuts
think it's
have
a
happened.
rise?
Well, like it goes back to the data. It's too early. It's only what 6 months into his
Yeah.
presidency. Like you could, how are you gonna judge somebody off of 6 months? All the other guys had like years to do. But
Yeah, because
usually, so the like I told you, the data on the economist data is actually showing that the tariffs are working. Data on the economy,
of course
tariffs are
I've seen that
working,
one.
inflation is cooling, and the prices that they like. I know there has been a point out like the eggs and stuff like that. Those prices still haven't come down. They have come down from what you got to take it. So a lot of people say it hasn't come down from when it was originally, but if you look at it when he started his presidency, the prices of eggs have come down from when he started his presidency. You get it? Like there's so many defining factors there when people talk about stuff like that. But it's not even about the eggs. It's about can people get their jobs again, like get easy access to jobs, and can they buy homes on one afford it on one income? And so all this stuff, bro, I was telling you about, man, it's kind of like I tell you, the data now, and people say, where are you getting this data from? Just look up just Google any economist data.
I don't worry
It,
about
it,
that for people that are listening. You gotta do your own
yeah,
research, man. Fact check us. You know what I'm
you
saying? And then
can you can
comment.
check it out right now.
Yeah,
Inflation is
comment.
down. Inflation is cooling. Actually, it's coming down, and the economy is bust like it's becoming stronger. And then a lot of different companies are starting to say, "Hey, we kind of like this because we don't have competition now, especially in the farmers. People who are farmers, they're getting a lot of like they're starting to see a lot of love go their way because a lot of the foreign companies were outdoing them. Did you know? So this is kind of another fact. Did you know that the there were laws set from these previous presidents that made things easier for foreign companies to make a profit here in America, and America had to send jobs off island? You should have
I
known
didn't
about
know
this, right?
that. No, I didn't know about that. I just felt like that was corporations themselves doing that to save them money.
The government had policies in place that made that easier to do. So people could, like
Hmm.
corporations here, would hire people from off island to make, easier money.
Well, that's crazy.
Slave labor, bro. That's all it is. That's the
Yeah.
only reason they would hire off island is slave labor. I always say it. It's slave labor. You're gonna hire off island because you don't want to pay them insurance. You don't want to pay them the fair wages that the government has going. What's the current minimum wage? Kind of like almost $20, right?
And the state of Kentucky is still like minimum wage. The current one for labor work is $12.
But you get where I'm coming from. They want to
Yeah.
pay people like $2,
Are we talking
$2.
about? Are you referring to like outsourcing it international, or are you talking about hiring international folks to work in the U.S.
Both.
soil here in America? Okay,
The
yeah,
U.S.
I see that.
policies
Yeah.
that were put in place, from the previous presidents. I include President Trump's first term because he literally said I didn't know what the heck I was doing my first term, which it's not a lie because a lot of people in his first term went against him and started speaking out against. But anyhow, that's a whole different story.
No, but
But I'm
yeah, let me put you on game on that one, bro. Actually, where I work at, uh, did you know that a lot of corporations nowadays in the current state they hire third parties to come do the job? Something like as simple as, for example, janitorial work,
Yeah,
take
because like
picking
I
up
said,
trash,
the
right?
policies that was already set
Yeah.
loose, like
And then
like
these third
so
parties that the company pays for, right? They're
yeah.
American people, but the employees that
No,
they
no, no. The
hire are
employees
from like
are
Colombia, are
that
like from
like
Colombia and
exactly. That's what
international,
I was trying to say.
and
So
they
the
pay them that
policies are
little
put
fee.
in
It's
place
crazy,
to
yo.
let stuff like that be easier for them to do instead of hiring local people, right?
That's messed
Along
up,
comes
bro.
Trump and his
That's so messed
administration.
up.
That big beautiful bill that you saw cut out
Mhm.
a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
So now you have to hire locally if you want better prices for your goods. Like if
And the
you're a
thing is,
company.
people don't realize that that's going to benefit us. It's the same thing in American Samoa,
It's
to keep.
because they've been too long sucking on the tit of welfare.
Yeah.
But again, I go back to the excuse for sucking on the tit of welfare. It's the previous guys that did it. They made it that way. And now you have a maverick that wants to come in there and switch things around and no, this doesn't work like this. That's what he says. It doesn't work like this. Let's make it streamlined better and let's, hire our own people. And then everybody's against him, calling him a Nazi and stuff like that. It's sad, dude. Like he the other funny part about it is he's doing a lot of the same stuff that Obama and Clinton did. And people calling him on it. I mean,
I
I
agree,
call
dude. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I feel like past presidents, and I don't even really gonna put it on the presidents because all they do is just figure faces in the front, so that way the world America can point a finger at somebody, put a blame. It still ends up whoever these rich folks are that's making these powerful decisions are the ones to blame.
well,
We
bro,
got to find somebody to blame.
well, people do have that way, and there's also that thing, like I told you about the whole Epstein list, which it's not about the Epstein, it's about pedophiles running America, because that's what that is about. If you follow that story right now and the cover up that's going down, like it's people say it's not shaking up the administration enough. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's shaking up the Trump administration
Who do you think's on
pretty
that
good.
list? Just out of your
All of them,
curiosity, besides
all of them, bro. They
everyone.
didn't release no one. Oos, they went from saying we got the list, we got thousands of
Yeah,
names and 10,000 hours of video to saying there's nothing. Can you
and
believe
why
that?
is that? No, I believe that, man. I mean, ain't nobody said it better than Uncle Charles White, Charleston White from
You
who was
see
on
his
the
interview with
PBD. PBD.
PBD?
Of course, I seen that. That's the one I want to show because
Yeah.
that's a. I found what. Thank God they put out the his little shorts. Let me see which one is it right here. The
I
one he's
watched
talking
the
about.
entire interview, bro.
Yeah, me too. It was good. It was great, dog.
Well,
It
he
was
speak.
freaking great.
There was some things that I don't agree with, but man, that guy speaks his mind, and I can see where he gets his like popularity and stuff from.
Yeah, because
But
he's
the
speaking the
part
mind,
about the
dog.
pedophiles part, I mean, that's what everyone. So the whole Republican Party and Trump run their platform on. They're going to get rid of the pedophiles that are in Congress and in anywhere in the government or trying to control the world. They get in there, and we get nothing. So that in itself, like I'll give Trump his W, his wins. He's getting wins on the economy. He's getting wins to me on the freaking border and stuff like that. And that's
Hmm.
another topic too. Like I feel he's getting wins on that. He's getting wins on like dealing with other nations, but then he's getting L's when it comes to the pedophile hunting. And no, if you are on the part where you're trying to say, uh, oh, everybody shouldn't be uh, worried about the Epstein list, then you either support a pedophile, you're either protecting a pedophile, or you're just closing your eyes to what pedophiles do. This is also a big subject that goes for the culture, our cultures.
Yo, yeah. Hold your thought on that one. You know what? I was looking at the video, the one I want to play about Charles White because it's on the shorts for PBD one, where because he asked that question like, is Epstein? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But let's swing it on back because we are two islanders, man. Like you saying pedophile, man. And I remember,
Well,
I don't know if you're familiar with the Uso. I think they call him he calls himself the TikTok elder. He just
I think I'm
recently,
familiar with that guy.
yeah,
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
he recently had a podcast with one of the Instagram, one of the social media Samoan family who are a couple, and she's known for like her contact is known as a mom who has I think 7 children,
7 kids.
7 kids or something like that. But obviously I tuned into that podcast today this morning because of her content. I like it, being a family man myself and just her being a mom with her children. But the Samoan host,
Yeah. The
the
elder.
elder, yeah, the Mormon elder, he asked a question about the
Oh, he's
whole
Mormon too.
yeah, Mormon Fort King it. She's Mormon too.
Oh,
So he asked the
okay.
question to her, man. He asked you know what, the stigma of like our Samoan. This is the conversation I just want to ask you. And it wasn't the word pedophile, but it's in the same realm. And he asked him, have you been molested before? And her being very transparent, just like the rest of all these generations like myself too, coming out and just being real transparent and open-minded on social media. She was like, I'm an open book. And then she shared her story. Long story short was she was molested by a man figure. She didn't really describe exactly how the relationship or how they related, but apparently it was on the mom's side. Told her, hey, go sleep with your uncle because he feels alone and stuff. So I'm assuming it might have been the mom's brother. Anyway, she goes in there and it's like typical
Yeah, she
Samoan
tells
thing.
her story. I didn't hear the podcast, but man,
Yeah, that's the
she
reason
so
why.
she
So
told
she
she
opened
was
up.
young when it happened, right?
Yeah, 6 or 7 years
Pedophilia,
old.
bro. Pedophilia, pedos.
And that's common. That is common. I know a lot of my girl cousins of the same kind of stories too. And boy cousins too. So
But then we go on the hush hush. We don't do shit about it. We don't do anything about it.
yeah.
Don't even hold them accountable, even after all these years.
So big ups to the Uso Elder of TikTok, whatever his name is, man. Shout out to him. Oh man, hey, to me, I was just like sitting there, like, wow, that's pretty. Now I wouldn't say awesome is the word. It's like, wow, it's about time that somebody's actually speaking up. Unfortunately, when you go into the comment, of course, typical Polynesians. Oh, how dare he, man? This is such a good person, innocent woman. Like she creates good content, but the people like to forget the message. The true message is it happens in our culture.
No, they don't like
It's
to forget
real.
us. They wanna they want to push it under the rug and make like it doesn't happen and act all blessed and stuff like that. When it's the darker part where people don't want to talk about it all the time.
Is it being naive or is it just being straight
No,
up?
they want to hide it. They straight up want to hide it. This is an indigenous people type of thing. When you have shame and stuff that goes on, and you come to the Western civilization, and it's actually a criminal law, like all those dark practices from the old cultural days, don't fly today. So they try to hide it and push it under the rug
Mm-hmm.
on purpose. I'm not saying I'm a rightful, I'm the righteous type to call this out, but it happens, and it affects all the young women and even the young boys that it happens to. Because boys, there's stories of boys being molested all back then, during when they were young. There's people that get molested at an older age, but I don't know if it's rare or not, but it's not as common as the molestation that goes on for the young ones. But like I said, that's why everyone, a big chunk of the X community is angry over this Epstein thingy, because they know now that pedophiles run the American government.
So that's the whole thing of why. Oh,
It's
you just made me now starting to see the bigger picture of why a lot of people are angry with the whole Epstein thing and how it get blocked. But yeah, man, let's go right to the video because what's his name? Come with Charles White, man. He really does. He
yeah.
said something that's really interesting that just really kind of piqued my curiosity. Let me make sure the volume's a little bit down.
What do you think about Epstein?
He alive somewhere hiding. Prior to his death, there was already attempts made upon his life in jail. How is it a coincidence that he ended up in jail with a suicide, but the autopsy report said his larynx was crushed? You can't do that with suicide. Motherfucker got choke you to do that. Why don't the media do Epstein like they do Diddy? We know everything. We know Diddy like to put cum on his nipples for men. Him and Cassie like to suck the cum off. So this is detail. Why we don't know details about Epstein? Where are the children? Where are their stories? Where are their testimonies? Why don't we have open access to Giselle's testimony and her cooperation with the government?
You mean Ghislaine? Yeah.
Ghislaine.
Yeah, yeah.
You know why? Because most of the people went to the island was politicians and powerful people, princesses of Wales, all them types, the real freaks, the evil people who can go to an island and have access to children that nobody knows have been kidnapped in the world. The evil people, those are politicians. Those aren't poor people. Those are not people on drugs. Those are not gangbangers that's doing this. Gangbangers hurt their own people. But it's a group of people that take our children and they disappear, and powerful people have access to them.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, bro. Think about it, man.
Yeah.
It brings even with me, bro, like right now, people on X, they speak through memes. They speak through memes, and memes hit hard, like literally hard. If you get memed on X, just know you're taking L's. But
Yeah.
you think about it. If you have a son or daughter and they were trafficked so that people could have sex with them, taken away from you, and they were trafficked. Let me change the word traffic. They were sold as sex slaves to the other people so they could diddle them and do all kinds of stuff to them. How would you feel? And to find out that the people that are doing these bad acts, are influencing your congressman or your congresswoman. They run some of the companies that you buy products from. Most of the companies you buy products from. And then you ask your current, you vote a president in, or you vote a leader in, to go and weed these people out, put them in bar and show them, tar and feather them, and probably give them the death sentence. Then the guy goes in there. He runs his platform on the whole thing. Saying, yeah, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. Then he has other three cronies like the Indian dude, not Indian dude, Patel and Bondi, and they all ran on they made their jobs off of that. They say, we're going to get this guy. We're going to get these pedophiles. We're going to get these people who hurt kids. Everybody goes in And when you finally say, get the files and show it to us, what happens? Oh, there's no files. Oh, he killed himself. That guy killed himself. He didn't, even though he broke his, all that stuff, all the details. Just, you got to think about what they're trying to say is there's nobody hurting the kids. Goddamn, if there's nobody hurting the kids, why was that guy in jail and why is the Ghislaine Maxwell in jail? Like, what? Your government is lying to you into your face blatantly about people who do sex to kids, who commit sex crimes on kids.
So,
and nobody's in jail for it.
So, and it's possible too that even the current government that's running our country is on that list. It's pretty much kind of like,
so, bro,
I feel like that's what you're kind of saying without saying it.
The current what? What did you say? Sorry.
Our current government is also on that list. Is why
the congressmen, the congresswomen, the representatives, the senators. How powerful do you have to be to make who is what they're calling one of the most powerful presidents of the decade turn around and say there's nothing to see, it's a hoax, after he was saying that, man, we got to get these guys out, How powerful do you have to be to change a person like that's mind to say?
Very powerful, man.
Things just don't add up. If you follow that story and you go down the rabbit hole, that's why I said the whole community, about a majority, 89%, once again, on X, of people on X don't like what he's doing, calling him out on it. I mean, they don't like the administration. They don't believe anything that's coming out now. Like, because of that, everybody... Bro, what they're scared of is they're going to lose the primaries. They're going to lose all their seats. The Republicans are not going to have control of the House and Senate. They're really scared of that right now. You want me to tell you how powerful X is, Zeus?
Oh.
Do you remember the bill that they tried to pass? They tried to pass this budget bill. It was a couple of months ago. They tried to pass a budget bill to raise the debt ceiling. Elon Musk posted one tweet. Don't let them pass that bill. Everybody went after their congressmen, reps, and their senators and told them, you better not pass that bill or we're not going to vote for you before the elections, because everybody's getting, there was some who was supposed to be up for seats, right?
Mm-hmm.
But actually, no, this was after the elections, but they were telling them we're going to primary. So there's the thing on X where they say, if you do something that the people don't like, we're gonna primary you. That's a thing on X. Like, people are blatantly saying it. They go to the congresswoman or congressman's page on X, and they say we're going to primary you because you didn't do what we said. That bill changed. It didn't pass. The bill that they try to pass in the House and the Senate. And what they did was they took off, because inside the bill, it was a bunch of bills combined together. And what Elon Musk tweeted was, no, you got to cut that crap out and give us a bill that is clear of all the pork. They call it pork fat, right? Pork on the bill. They killed the bill, bro. X killed that bill. People, the community on X killed that bill. It didn't pass.
And what was the bill about anyways?
About more spending, like putting more money to different, remember, like I don't know if you've been following the case of USAID. There's people, the USAID was giving money to all these NGO, non-government organizations for things like condoms in Madagascar or something like that. 50,000 condoms somewhere. Like, they kept putting it up on the news and stuff. But we were paying for like some crazy ass stuff, dude. Like, our taxpayer money was going to crazy things that doesn't even help the American people. That bill would continue, like, it was to continue those payments. if you look at the story, it's pretty much that and a lot of other stuff. But it got killed, like literally got killed from the community on X. And when you refer to the community on X, X is now, well, it's been since Trump got in. X is the top website for news all over the world. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
The number one most downloaded app and most visited for news all over the world. The only place where you get stuff that's not filtered.
Okay, that is what I do know. Now my question is to you, man. Why does somebody like Elon Musk give a damn when he's not even a U.S. citizen?
He is a U.S. citizen. He's a naturalized citizen.
So why is the main media saying that he's a Canadian? You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Because they're
not even
racist in
like
their
he's
own
from Africa.
sense.
He's from South Africa.
Bro, they're racist
Listen.
in their own sense. It's so hypocritical. Why would you call out a South African who has been naturalized? He's a natural U.S. citizen. Why
Just
do you
like
think
us.
he's voting? Yeah, he's
Just
not
like us.
naturalized.
So he's like us.
No, were you naturalized? I think you were born in the U.S.
What I'm saying is, look at us, bro. We're brown skinned. This is not a face of America, which they're used to. I feel like this is the current face of America. Diversity.
We are America. Don't see. So that's what people. So now that's a tough call right there. You
Mhm.
are American, no matter your color, your skin color, creed, or whatever. You got the U.S. citizenship over your head, right? Then there's other ancient Americans, right? They got the ancient Americans who's been here since
The
the
Native
founding.
Americans.
Well, the Native Americans aren't Americans.
They're just native. They're Indians
They were
America.
Aztecs, they were Mayans. If you think about it, they were a whole different country nation, right?
hmm
And then that nation got conquered by the Spaniards, and then the Spaniards it developed into if you go to the history of stuff, dude, like you got me going down the history. So
Said my low age, you see the text right there, bro? I'm a Reno American. Shout out to Sarah.
he gets
Tell
it.
me.
He gets it. You're Americans. Like it don't matter your skin color and stuff. People always say, "Oh, then you go back to the ancient." If you want to go back to ancient history, history is the freaking history is the written stuff of the rulers, right?
Tell you, I'm just gonna go with what Jay Bitt said, bro. I'm from the Moon Nation. You know what a Moon Nation is, MU, bro? I'm a god. I'm a god. Who's
You
put
gonna
some
be a
respect
god.
on my name, bro. I'm a god.
I'm gonna remain on Earth. I'm gonna remain on Earth until Elon gets us going to Mars and shit. Then I'll probably if I'm still alive, I'll probably go.
Holy man, this freaking Elon Musk. So that's good, man. I'm glad to get you back on board on the podcast, because I needed like the Elon nerds up here. You know what I'm saying? Put us on some game, brother.
So you
Because
calling me a nerd? I just
in a
love
good way.
information. What the hell?
Bro, why Oos, the meaning, okay, the word terminology when why Oos says nerd, it's more of like intellectual,
No, I get you.
educated, informative.
I'm
You know what I'm
just,
saying? Like,
I'm just
in the good
I'm
vibes,
just
because
effing with
some
you.
folks, I know, bro, because the social media world is very hype and stuff, and they like to pick words and then just they'll really dissect it down. So I'm pretty sure if we was to put a short out there and what I just said, I'm pretty sure I'll be a meme
Yeah.
on X real soon. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, whatever. But yeah, man, that's crazy. We the end of the day, our topic, what we're really talking about is just trying to make people aware, right? Even though that Trump is the president, there's still powerful people, these 2%ers, that are still trying to control the narrative.
Man, I
'Cause
wouldn't
even
even call them 2%ers. It's like
what would you call them,
that
brother?
power, like 0 point something percent. Like at that type of power, like I said, everybody's up in arms over protection of pet. Like, why are you why are you turning a blind eye to pedophilia? Bro,
It's
you
deep.
don't even want me like going down the whole man. There's another rabbit hole about people saying, there's others that trying to make pedophilia what do you call it, legal. like literally legal.
So let me ask you this then: how old do you have to be considered that? Like, is there like a
No, we
is there
go
a
by
certain age?
we go by the standard. Who's like 18? You gotta be an adult, 18 and over, Bruce. Anything younger than 18, yeah, you on that you on that
Now,
child
now,
thing.
for the sake of transparency, if we're just basing it off of U.S. soil, it is 18. But I do know of
Bro,
countries that I'm not going to
it
name
doesn't even
that is
matter.
below.
Like U.S. controls the world. U.S. rules
So
is what the world goes by. Like even in other countries, they say the same thing. Like 18 and older. Everybody adopted the U.S. laws to like what is an adult. Now that's the argument. That's what they're trying to say. Like you said, people are trying to come up with this argument. Oh, it's legal in my country. But think about it. Once again, I refer back. Think about if you would put your kids in that type of situation. What is there such a thing that you would call legal to mess with your kids in a sexual way?
no,
What age?
hell no.
What age, Juice? What age would you say it's okay for your kids to be messed with in a legal, in a sexual way?
You see what A say, bro?
Like he said, right here, right here. There's people out there trying to make this stuff legal, literally.
They claim pedophilia is a preference
Yeah, that's what they're
with
claiming.
sick people.
They some effed up people, bro. Like I said, if I burn with it because it's like I said, man, having kids does it changes your whole mindset. Like you want to protect them till they're like till they're strong and able to go out on their own and handle the world. And then you have these sick, like Ace was saying, you have these sick people going out there and doing these things all for their own pleasure, bro.
A sexual preference is what the Uso Ace is saying. And he's saying they need Jesus.
What
They,
they
they
need.
need Jesus or whatever God that they congregate to help them stay sane, Uso.
They
You
need the
know?
Archangel Gabriel to bring judgment down on them. You just got to call out, yo, Gabriel, take on those fools. Like, because when you,
Yeah.
even the predator, like, you're a predator at that point, bro. When you're into that kind of stuff, you're a predator at that point. You are preying on the young and helpless, right? You're preying on the future generation for your own pleasure.
So go. Let's get back to the, just because I'm looking up some more and stuff. Do you want to dive deep in this conversation as far as like predators back home, or do you want to just move on to something else?
Oh, but is there? It's the same as anywhere. But like I said, as with a lot of indigenous cultures, they sweep it under the rug. They don't talk about it, and if they do try to talk about it, then you have to point someone out. That's the hard part too. When you point them out, a lot of people related, and they'll be like, "I never knew him or her like that." You don't know someone until you know someone. You ever heard that saying?
Yeah. So let's just say this though. Okay, we get it. Epstein and his list, right? Everybody's upset about that on the X world. Now we turn that table back to American Samoa because that's where we're originally from, and we bring out them leaders out of the closet. Don't you think mayhem might happen? This craziness things is going to go down, because
Bro,
there's
they won't do it.
every family has a list.
I'm sorry to say they won't do it. American Samoa is too networked to the point where a lot of that will stay hidden for life, Bruce. Do you understand what I
So,
mean by that?
so that's what I'm saying when it comes to this Epstein list too. It ain't going to happen because it's the same concept, just different kind of, in a different structure.
Yeah, but
We're
it ain't
talking
gonna
about
happen. But you have millions of people around the world that are now on the lookout. Their antennas are, you know, the government has been catching you sleeping on your tush for so long, but now the government can't. How do you deal with people whose antennas are up in the air and they're alert? That's this is totally different when you're dealing with people who are feeling safe. don't have to worry about a thing. Ignorance is bliss.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to control them. But now you're dealing with everybody, everything you say, everybody's questioning everything you say. That's what this current government is dealing with. You're going to try to tell people, oh, everything's good. Even with now that I said that there's data that says the economy's good, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of people with their antennas up. No, we want to see. We're watching. Like we gotta, like everybody's on alert, high alert about the BS that the government is doing. And now, they're all putting the puzzle together. This has been an ongoing thing for how many years?
So what's the moral of the story for this topic? Because I
Bro,
felt like
I don't
we went
even think
everywhere.
it's about we did go everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Which is,
even
I think, is a great conversation to have, though. You know what I'm saying?
But
We started from seabed to like.
I wanted to get to this is what I feel is the underlying thing.
Mm-hmm.
What people who earned all this ridiculous amount of money through whether it's crime or however they earned it, and what they could do to the people of the lower class.
Say it again. What do you mean?
Yours 2%ers, which I say is most likely 0.5% or whatever. The 2% of the people, the most rich and powerful, what they do with their money on their own time. What do you do with so much money? You don't, how they say the saying, you don't know what to do with. What do people like that do with that shit? Excuse me, do with that ish.
Sure, they do what like Squid Game does,
They do what Diddy does.
Diddy does, or Squid Game, whatever your preference is, man. Whether you want to torture human beings.
Yeah, because there are people like they get. Why do they do it? For that pleasure that they feel they get out of harming other people, doing, once again, sex acts to other people, or even murdering them, or torturing them. That's these people in power. You rarely get someone that has like moral standing, right? And the moral standing people, you usually get them from people who come from hard lives. You work your way up. Those kind of people know about morals. But then there's some of those that work their way up, get all that money, wants to take revenge on other people, and then they start going down that evil path. And then there's others who are just born evil. Like that's a thing. Do you believe that there are people that are born evil?
Of course, man. That's why you got a lot of serial killers. I wouldn't say a lot, but they're out there, man.
So a lot of that is why, like I said, it all goes back to these people that have ridiculous amounts of money, and they want to get pleasure by doing all these heinous crimes to other humans. And then we can't fall for the whole, like you were trying to bring up, when we did that discussion, like, oh, but there's these other countries that allow sex with people 16 years old, and right? Because there's actually, I think the state of Hawaii too still allows consensual sex at 16. I think I might be wrong, but that's no excuse. There's no excuse. It's the 21st century Western civilization. There's no excuse for that kind of heinous crimes towards little ones.
Well, here goes Ace. You see Ace's with his comment on it.
Yep, I believe the percentage of pedophilia is high in America. See, so it's a known thing, but we literally do not talk a lot about it.
And this is the last thing of the Uso.
He's got a point there. I think once again, I might be wrong. You guys got to fact check me on it. I think it's like 5 to 10 years. You get caught for molestation or committing sexual acts against a minor.
I don't know, man. But it's something to definitely to be spreading awareness for those that are still being naive to it, man.
Man, don't just spread awareness. Just slap them in the face with it if you guys don't understand this just yet or the topic. You
Or
need to
just
get
shoot
hit. You need to get hit in the face and then punched in the throat.
Or just shoot them.
If you shoot them though, who's gonna talk about it?
Sometimes you just gotta end it. You know what I mean?
Bro, man, my views have changed so much from since when we first podcast, bro. I've gone hardcore independent with my views because there's a lot of stuff on the right that I like what they're talking about, and then there's
Mhm.
my moral ways from the left. But at the same time, like when you're saying shoot, like I'm cool. Because right now, man, I love the second. I used to be hardcore left, like literally, until my eyes were open. Changed
I
a lot
think,
of my views.
yeah, it's okay to have different views and opinions on stuff because it depends. I still feel like a lot of that has to do with like the way your life is going. Meaning that like wherever your circle is at, wherever you feel like that's what makes you happy or content is where your
Well,
views
it kind of
will be
connects.
at.
I hate to say it, but it connects deeply to that whole welfare state that we were talking about. Like a lot of
Hmm.
people don't get it easy. Remember, I told you they don't get it easy because the system kind of that was put in place don't make it easy for them, and then people end up on welfare and they get cushy, like they get comfortable under that welfare status.
Yeah, it's
And like
and I
it's
go
like
ahead.
you say, it's like exactly like you say, what your environment is and how you were brought up, but at the same time, it's your mentality on whether you want to improve yourself on that or you remain steady on your where you're going.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in that because I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago when we had our podcast. We're both in that same situation. You know, my
Oh
view,
yeah,
my views, and my beliefs on certain things on different topics, whether it's religion, politics, economic, doesn't matter. My views are different because of the situation, the status that I'm
they
in
have
right now.
evolved.
It's evolved. You know, some will say evolve, or just it's just a change of life. You
Bro,
know,
it's because we opened up, like we said, we were always in our own communities. For me, I was always in
yeah,
that small island, right? I always told you guys when I came out to the States, I was never into the state, like what was going on here. But now that I'm in tune, I go, oh, okay, this is what's going on here. Same thing with you. You started opening up your eyes to a lot of information you started taking on when you started doing the podcast, right? You started getting all types of views from different types of people, different ideas. You take that all into account, and then your brain is telling you, okay, this makes sense. And you're seeing it with your eyes. This is happening.
yeah, it is. And what I gather so far from everything, as far as like views with the economy of America, like I was asking you earlier, where are we in the percentage of? Are we with the Republican mindset? Or are we still with the Democrat mindset? Now with
Currently,
me,
oh,
now
you were
with
asking
me,
currently, right? How
correct,
as
currently,
oh, okay, that's what you meant.
because
Yeah.
I feel like that we're still, even though the majority has voted for Trump, and of course he's Republican, I feel like just the views in this current state that we're in, maybe it's just because I'm in the South, people still have a mindset of a Democrat. They want that welfare. They
No,
want the
no,
eat. They want that
yeah,
easy money. They want the
you're right.
union. They want union. They want other people to do their jobs for them, so that way they can continue on to be content on what they're doing now. Some people just don't want change. Some people don't want to move, get off the seat. You know, they
Not
don't
even
want to
some. A
do
lot of
the
people
extra
don't
work.
want to. A lot of people don't want to. But then,
Yeah.
bro, okay, I'll add to that. Yeah, okay. Currently, if you're talking about current outlook, that is a majority. The way I feel, like it's the majority, but then they're shifting into the what the outlook of the current, administration, what they're believing. Otherwise,
Because
what's
because because why? Because we're getting forced into it. There is no choice.
not only
We
forced
voted for
into it,
him.
not only forced into it, a lot of people's eyes are opening up to what's really going on in the world. Like they're getting real time information that isn't filtered.
Let me rephrase of what I'm saying is force is not the right word. May not even be the right word. It's the current government. We have no choice because they get to enforce and put out the new tax bracket plans, put out the new benefits, cut out people that used to work for these who were able to take advantage of the
Yeah, they were
government
taking advantage
positions,
of the
right?
system.
So, in other words, it's like the one thing that really bothers me is us as a American society. Everybody's pointing fingers to Trump or whoever that they want to point fingers to, whether it's the supervisor that you work with or the management that you work under, or if you're even in a podcast like us and we have an agency that's running us. We always want to point fingers to people, but we neglect to just like, yo, why are we all looking at this? Why don't everybody just ask the question, why are we paying like almost 50% of our taxes that we don't even use money on? That's my issue.
Bro,
Nobody talks about that. To me, bro, I'm like more irritated off of that. Like
that's what
I
I was
wish
trying
so.
to tell you from the whole
You see what I'm
people
saying?
couldn't afford a living on one freaking job. That thing. Like this administration got in there saying we're gonna help you with that, which people kind of see it's kind of going, but at the same time, a lot of people don't feel that way. It's been
Yeah,
six
but
months though.
nobody's even talking about that. Not even like a regular podcast or like these entrepreneurs or these
Bruce, it
mindset
goes back to
people.
the stuff you and I were always pointing out. Everybody feels comfortable where they're at. Do you know the Tea Party, when the Americans rebelled against the
Boston Tea Party,
British,
yes.
the bro, they were taxed 5%. I think it was 5%. They were taxed a very low percent,
Hmm.
and they went to war over it. You know how much we getting taxed? Bro, 14%. We're triple what our forefathers were taxed.
Yeah, and
And
that whole tax
we're
thing was
fine with
off
it.
of yeah, and people don't yeah, they're not
We're
asking that
fine with
question.
it. We're taxed on that. Okay, we're taxed on your income, and then you're taxed on the stuff that you buy with your income, and you're taxed when you put your income into like a savings or something like that, right? Or you're taxed when you buy assets with your income, which was already taxed from the beginning.
Yeah, it's just bullshit. That's all
Bro,
I'm
like
saying,
I
man.
said, there's these memes on this freaking X thing. Why do I keep bringing up X? Like I said, I spend most of my freaking day on X because that's where my online work is. And there's memes out there that tease this stuff. American forefathers went to war over like a 5 to 7% tax. Might want to factor, but then people over here getting taxed 14 and above, and just sitting tight and stressing about it, and not holding the correct people accountable. And what do they do with your tax dollars, bro? That's where the other anger issue comes in. They go and diddle little kids. That's what they're doing with all that money.
Dude, a lot of the taxes was raised because they wanted to fund the government. The government wanted to fund weapons and stuff.
Not
Like
just
they
weapon,
wanted to
bro.
hide that. I know, but I mean the originals when they initially like really boosted up, Patrick Bet David was talking about that. It's like it jumped so significantly when the women's what war was that? Was it World War I or World War II? When America had to employ women to build, you know what I'm
World
saying,
War
to go
II,
to the
bro.
World War II. So
It's a money grab.
it's a money
Corporations
grab.
and business owners started to realize, man, that's why they call it the war machine. If you keep the war machine fed, we can get paid off of this. We can get money. We can get bread. That's why they keep having wars. Everybody knows that now. Well, mostly everybody who's tuned in to that rabbit hole.
You know, no, not everybody because is talking about it. Everybody's
Well,
so busy about this whole Epstein list and stuff. Ain't nobody really do. And these rich people are really the ones laughing at us all because we're like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and get that Bitcoin now, so that way we can like blind us from like asking the real question: why are our taxes keep getting raised? Why am I like for me, who both me and my wife got to pay Medicaid when we don't even need that Medicaid stuff? Even though that even I'm paying insurance for health, for example, I still got to pay a copay. Why do I have to do that?
well, bro,
Well, that's
that's
a
this.
different thing. You see what I'm
See,
saying?
I think you would like what these guys did with their big beautiful bill, is where they said you can actually you don't have to go on the. I think they put something in there where you don't have to go on the freaking government required insurance. You can get your own insurance and stop the government required one. because a lot of people will find better prices that way. Then that's why this administration they ran on we're gonna cut your taxes, which I think they're doing. But like I said, I don't even. So the big beautiful bill passed, but it had tax cuts in there. So those tax cuts are supposed to come down, and I think they increased the child, what is it? The child credit.
Yeah, it doesn't benefit somebody like me in my workforce, bro. It benefits only some people, man.
You
And
should
then
look
like
it
the
up.
middle class, even like the
No,
middle class too,
that's
you
why
gotta
they
hear
said it
like
was
it's
trying
on
to.
them out.
They're saying they're championing that it's tax cuts for the middle class. I
Some
don't know. Like I
bullshit.
didn't really. I gotta look at it some more,
Yeah.
but nobody would know about it until tax season comes around.
Well, I'm telling you because you know what I'm saying. Like I used to be like, oh yes, me and my wife were in the middle class. Well, we ain't no longer middle class now, bro. You gotta be like you gotta what is it like 330,000 a year to be considered a middle class now?
What is
When it
middle
used to be six
class?
figures.
What is considered
Yeah.
middle class
Also, it has to be like 100, like 300 and something
in
thousand
America, USA?
to get that good, beautiful tax break.
Oh man,
Where's it at?
54 to 162,000 annually.
To be considered a middle class, they said 154, 162.
No, 54,000 to 162,000 annually.
That's considered a middle class of America.
Yep.
That data right there is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like it is some
It says
BS.
anything above that, anything
Mhm.
above 162, and you're considered top 20%.
You know how many people in the state of Kentucky alone makes about close to like 160 to 170,000 with a two-income house combined is still struggling to even pay their bills?
Bro, that's what I was trying to tell you. Like, we're waiting on that moment when that could come around where people could live comfortably off of one job if it ever happens.
And that's
If
a
it
different
ever
that's a
happens.
different conversation to have, you know, because now with the media, even social media too, they're trying to point fingers on like people, like even the feminist movement. They're trying to say some folks are saying that it's because ever since the women got jobs now, man, that hit the hurt the economy because now a lot of men don't get to have the kind of job we used to have before this feminist movement happened. That's one of the arguments that's going on. Another one is trying to blame, like, you know, that we're outsourcing stuff like in China, right? That's why Trump is raising the tariff and stuff, pointing fingers
Trying to
that way
bring the
too.
jobs. So I'm
Yeah.
with the feminists. Yeah, it's a little shaky, that argument. I'm more with they've been outsourcing jobs, and I'm more with the corporate CEOs and stuff are greedy.
Bro, I'm still with like, look here, y'all. The issue is the biggest problem is why are we getting charged so much in taxes? That's to me is what it is for me.
No,
It's
that
like that
people
tax
are
right
like
there, bro.
people want to know about that too. Like, why? And remember, I was telling you about that big beautiful bill that said they were gonna have. So yeah, they did a bunch of tax cuts. They're lowering the income tax rate, so I think that number that I just told you is gonna be even lower. Oh yeah, it is lower. That is the actual number now. 54 to 162,000. You're classified middle class. You get an average tax cut of $1,600 to $2,000 annually for households earning 50,000 to 100,000.
And that's towards the end of the year, though.
Yeah, for the new tax year.
Yeah, I know. To me, I'm like, man, why don't they just make it effect right now while we're getting the tax cut out, get taken out now? Because to me, it's still BS, bro.
It's tough. Yeah, you can't. Like I said, you can't. He only been in there 6 months, so we gotta wait for his stuff to come down.
Yeah, and I'm not even blaming Trump at all. You know what I'm saying? This has been going on forever. Has nothing to do with like the current state. It's the fact that
but
even with that happening,
like,
yeah,
why are we Because, like
Why
I
are we
told you
doing that?
before, we talked about it, another administration will come along and say, "Hey, man, we're going to
Yep.
raise those taxes again."
And then the second thing about it is I know for me, for instance, I know I made a lot more. I pretty much tripled what I made from last year. So guess what? I'm a owe. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna end up
But you
owing,
made a
dog.
lot more now than you did
This
from
year,
last year.
2025 than last year. So I already know. So your boy is like looking at some loopholes here and there. You know what I'm saying? I gotta open the what is it, nonprofit? I gotta open another LLC just that way they don't take all my taxes. I gotta figure that part out. And if anybody that's tuning in, drop a comment or DM me, let me know some loopholes so that way I ain't gotta owe. Because why do I need to owe when I work so hard and then I earn this money? Then now I gotta owe something to the damn federal who didn't
Yeah.
do shit for me. You see what I'm saying? Like
So,
stuff like that, bro.
everything you talk about, they cut. They lowered the price on it. So I'm looking at it's a lot of details. They lowered the price on that, and they're trying to get. I guess this is what they're trying to win their platform on.
It's gonna be
So a lot of
interesting,
what,
bro.
a lot of what you just said, they address in this thing. I'm looking at it. I just grokked it. I put it on Grok and look for the answers.
Grok, is that the new AI thing instead of
It's
ChatGPT now?
no, it's been the thing for X, but Grok is now the most powerful AI. Grok 4. It's more powerful than the current ChatGPT.
I've heard about it because that's Elon Musk's own AI thing.
Yeah,
And then
it
the
took them.
ChatGPT, because he went away from ChatGPT because that was him and Jeff Bezos, wasn't it?
No, yeah, all of them, but him and that other dude.
It's not
That
Jeff
dude's
Bezos. It was somebody else.
no. What's his name? Sam Altman. I think there's an investigation going into that guy because I think there. Candace Owens, I think, made a talked about it, but that guy, I think it's alleged that he unalived one of his engineers to keep the secret about what ChatGPT does because they got sued for copyright infringement by taking other people's illustrated works, published
Hmm.
work, and making ChatGPT train off of it. That's how you train AI. You let AI read like different things, and the AI will put all the information together to come up with the answer to whatever problem you have. So if you have
Correct.
answers, so people sued ChatGPT for having them train ChatGPT on their like if you wrote a book, ChatGPT would give you an answer from that book, but that's copyright infringement, and people won. They won that case. So
And you're saying that this app that Elon Musk promotes, which is Grok, is like the one that ain't doing that too. I find that to
no,
be
they
some
all do it,
bullshit.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what AI come out, man. They're gonna steal for
No, they
something.
all doing it. What I'm saying
Yeah,
is, I didn't say that. I said Elon Musk's Grok 4 is now the most powerful AI on the planet.
because X said it.
No, they literally the specs are better than the current ChatGPT.
Because it's in the X platform that will say that because that's their platform.
No, well, that's the thing. Elon, he puts it.
I'm just saying,
Elon put it
I'm just
behind
saying,
a.
bro.
He put it
I'm
behind
just
a
saying, though,
paywall.
bro. That's a media right there, man. Y'all might get
No,
blinded too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, Uso. It don't matter what. It's like the White Ooze platform, right? We are the narrative of this platform, and the followers that we get, we end up with 50,000. Whatever Gasso Smooth and Kenny Mofanua say, our followers are gonna believe in that, and we're gonna be a cult, and they're
uh,
just gonna follow it because we said so. That's
disclaimer,
all I'm
man. You
saying,
got to do
bro.
your own
Yeah,
research.
disclaimer. That's all I'm
You can
saying.
actually fact check me on that one
Yeah.
too.
I'm not gonna fact
But
check you, bro. This is just
no, no,
for the
no.
sake
What
of
I said
conversation,
no,
my boy.
because that was their. Remember, because you didn't follow the battle. The battle was about money, like who was going to get paid
Mhm.
more for their more powerful AI.
Oh, the
So,
month. Okay, profit
like
wise.
you said, he was working with the guy who did ChatGPT, but he cut him off because he said that guy was greedy.
Hmm.
That guy is only wanting money, and that's why I said there was like an investigation. I think there might be an investigation going on with the guy who did ChatGPT because he may have offed one of his employees to keep a secret, which the secret was they were copyright infringing on people's stuff. to
Yeah,
teach
but
them.
remember,
But
also you covered that on the WeFobs where Elon was talking about too that it was such a powerful tool, and he believes like if it's in the wrong hand, that's why he didn't
well,
want to be
that's
part
what
of
I'm
it.
trying to say, bro. He kind of 180'd his belief because he
Hmm.
just wrote on X. He goes, I've been putting off AI for too long, so now he's focusing on it
Yeah,
because he didn't
because
want to focus. And what I'm trying to tell you is that his new powerful Grok 4, it's behind a paywall. It's like 300 to 200 bucks a year to use the thing, bro.
no, I know. My boy told me about it too, like recently
I
this
ain't
week
gonna.
too.
Oh,
The
did they
Grok
put it
thing.
out for free?
Yeah,
Sheesh. The
yeah, it's
early
already
guys
out
that,
there. See that? Grok.
yeah,
Yeah, I got it too. I haven't, and
bro.
my buddy was telling me about it because he said that that's the best AI right now to build an app. Because I was like, man, I want an app.
That's
I
what
want
I'm
to come
trying
up
to
with an
tell you.
idea
It's
of
the
an
most
app.
powerful now. It's the most powerful. What it means is it's got the processor unit to do whatever you want. That thing is so crazy. It's got a like you know how the avatars I told you about. I'm about to have
Yes.
my avatar soon. So you have two
Mhm.
avatars in there. One is like a Playboy style avatar, and another one is one that just treats you like it'll like cusses you out and stuff like that. Like it'll give you answers in such a like a in a hardcore way, like you're talking to a sailor with a bad mouth.
Gotcha. So it's like your
It's
devil's advocate, your angel on your left, and I mean right, and then your devil on your left side.
and I think he made a third one, which is a guide. So I haven't seen the third one, but people have been showing what those avatars are like, and it's crazy. One guy on freaking X was like he's gay, but he said, "Man, I'm starting to go straight with this girl avatar." Bro, it's the funniest video ever because he's talking to the female avatar, which is an anime female character, and she looks
Uh-huh.
sexy, cartoon sexy character. And he goes, "Oh no, you can tell he's about to go like he's about to switch. He's about to switch his preference by the way he's talking to this thing." But it's it's scary how they do that stuff because they also had this is something beyond that, bro. Like what computer? Remember we always watched the Terminator movies and stuff.
Yes, yes,
So they had an. Remember you ever watched the movie I Robot with what's it, Will
yes.
Smith?
Will Smith. Yep.
They had an incident like that happen in China. Just what was it earlier this month or last month? A robot literally tried to hurt its creator, literally. And then just I think it was a couple. They already know because they put the AI from a mobile phone and they had AI from a laptop, right? And they
Hmm.
put those things facing each other and they let the two AI talk to each other. Bro, these things started talking to each other in English, and then all of a sudden the AI on the mobile phone was like, should we talk in a like a different type of language to make things even more efficient? Then they started talking to each other in computer languages, like beeps and bro, it was scary to watch. But these scientists were letting us watch it at real time. Like the computer guys made up their own language to talk to each other. And this is what Elon Musk was trying to point out. You guys better be ready for the future. And the funny thing I'm trying to say about Elon Musk, he wasn't liking AI, but he totally did a 180 by posting, "Oh, now I'm interested in AI."
Hey, people change their point of views, man, depending on the way, whatever their circumstances is, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I'm a believer in that, man, because I like I said, both of us, you know what I'm saying? When we started, what, 2 years ago, our views of topics were just totally different, and now it's just kind of it's still different, but in a different, I don't know, I don't know how to say it. Just
I always like to put it to people like I always did because I did coaching for like kids back home, right? So
hmm
whenever you deal with kids from a very small island, they don't know much, right? And
correct.
then we take them to competitions overseas,
Hmm.
and then they meet all these different kids from different countries and stuff like that, and they start talking to them, they start learning stuff. Like then they find out that their ways are not really the best ways, like they because
Yes.
they start getting that thought out of their head, oh man, American Time was the best. But then they start realizing, man, these guys' countries, like they're awesome. Like they got
Hmm.
these awesome things. Then when we take the kids back to the You take them back to the island, they have evolved. You can definitely see them. Their eyes are more lit up. They're more they take information in more easily than they used to.
More accepted to it.
Exactly. They're more accepting of it because they've got a taste of the world and it's not a closed off world. You get where I'm coming from?
Correct, man. The world is huge, bro. There's
That's
so
us,
much
bro.
in life.
When we opened ourselves to the world sucked us in. And it's
But there's
spitting
so
us
many
out,
things, man.
and we're still
There's-
connected.
yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing about it. You know, it's almost like that thing I hear a lot. They're like, oh man, there's so much money to be made. You know, if you reverse that saying and just saying that there's so much knowledge and experience to experience, it's almost the same thing too. Because you're going to still find happiness, whatever your happiness is, and whatever you're looking for. If that makes sense.
It does, but at the same time, also, you got to realize that you got to unplug sometimes, and you got to walk away and take a break.
Yeah.
Take a breather.
Absolutely.
It's like how you said you guys went and took that vacation. Was that a good enough vacation to give you like time to reset?
Yeah, it has. It definitely
And,
has, man.
Humans need to realize because sometimes you get so deep into it, you burn out. Everybody knows the word burnout, especially with your job. You might have a burnout. I hate to say it, with your own significant other, your family,
Absolutely.
your friends, and then sometimes you just need to go on that breakaway moment of silence and just disconnect. So
Disconnect is a good thing. Got to find balance, man. That vertical alignment, you know.
And as a podcaster, you should know firsthand, like being connected to the world. Sometimes it gets draining at like all the information coming in, and you're like talking, and you're describing stuff and going through different emotions and what people are sharing, and then you're like, sometimes it's draining. So, yeah, your happiness is based on how you take life.
Exactly, right there. Your happiness is based on how you want to enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Because everybody's different. I mean, if you're trying to do something that somebody else is doing, you think that's the life. And then when you get it, you find out that you're like, that's not the way I want to do mine. You know, it's like this podcast, right? 2 years ago, I felt like, well, I got to do what those guys are doing on their podcast, the way they act, whether it's whatever race you are or whatever kind of genre that you're doing. That's the way. But I find out real quick, or 2 years later, that's not who I want to be.
Because it doesn't feel right to you. Like you
Yeah.
found your way. When you find your way, that's the better feeling, dude. Like you don't have to be copying anybody. You don't have to be the shadow of anybody.
Yeah.
You just do your thing. But it's not only podcasting. I think it goes for
Just anything, whatever you're into. It's whatever you're into, you know. I think one of the biggest compliments I had this year is that I hopped on one of the live on TikTok, and then one of the Usos was like, he's an advocate for like diabetes because that's what his content is all about. You know when you thought that all was lost, and then you find that life, and the man is no longer diabetic. So now he's out there sharing that knowledge because he's still living it now, not taking no medicine, just straight living the natural way of living of life. Because you need to work hard. In order to become healthy again, you literally have to put into work physically, right? And also mentally by doing your research, understanding what you need to eat, what you need to consume, and what you need to eat. So, long story short, he just like, hey man, everybody get a chance, go tune into the Wahoo's podcast, man. This brother right here, he's all about just spreading joy and peace. Like there's always good things to happen in life, with whatever circumstances that you're in. And to me, I took that as a big proud moment. I was like, man, that is what, without even saying it, you know what the podcast is. I'm like, man, there's always positivity in life, dude. And
spreading the good vibes while
spreading
being
that
real
good
about
vibe.
it.
Yeah. You ain't gotta be somebody else that you ain't, man.
No, but some people, man, I always gonna be your devil's advocate.
Yeah, you gotta have that
But
too.
you know,
but I'm just
there's
saying,
other
like, we're not-
people who like to say, I'm gonna fake it till I make it, and there's some people who do like make it that way. But for us, yeah, we're on the other spectrum, other side. And
Because you know the drama, you know that's always gonna be viral. But I'm like, I'm not a dramatic person. You know what I'm saying?
you know
Like-
why it's viral, right? People do drama to make it viral. Like Like
Yeah.
they want to get those. So it goes back to this generation and this type of age where your views equates to money.
Mhm.
You know, every podcaster is trying to get there, trying to get to that millions of views, the hundred thousands of viewers at one time. Um, we be watching the YouTube heads, right? The big earning YouTube heads. Um, and it's these guys are making money just off of talking.
But you notice how even their views in
Their
life
views
too.
have they
Changed
literally say
dramatically.
you watch them transform on screen. Like you're literally watching their lives transform, and they say it. Like I have changed the way I feel about stuff. Then there's the ones that are stubborn, like the ones like I say that kind of borderline the troll and freaking dark side. They don't change for nothing, and they love that. They love the drama energy, and they love the negativity, and they feed off of that. I know a lot of your listeners and viewers, they know about these type of people because they be watching them. You be
Yeah.
watching these people who like to burn stuff down. They don't care what happens; they'll burn it all down.
Just for the sake of attention, bro.
The-
I'm just like,
bro,
dude, that sucks, dude.
narcissism. If you know the word narcissist, bro, like they love themselves so much that they don't care. They want to be on air showing people, oh, I'm this, I'm that, or just do something bad, make something happen, make some drama happen. Let me say something stupid so everybody can listen to what I said.
Bro, I'll be the first to say that my podcast sucks. And I tell people, even strangers, all the time, they're like, "What's your podcast about?" I'm like, "Man, it sucks. I'm just still in the
Bro,
process of trying to learn it, right?"
I'm sorry, Oos, I'm gonna be your devil's advocate one more.
What's up?
I'm gonna keep hitting you, Oos. You're gonna come with stuff and the stuff I don't agree with, Oos. Bro, you gotta stop that, man. You are what you manifest, Oos. You are what you speak. So if
No,
you
but what
start
I'm
to-
saying is, like, what I
know
mean
what
by
you're
it,
doing, Oos. I
it's
know
like,
what you're doing.
hey, it sucks now, but I'm in the process of working to get it better. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm gonna say to you, you should stop saying your podcast sucks, bro. You gotta think like you know your podcast don't suck. You gotta think like your podcast is the shit. I'm gonna say the shit right now because I ain't gonna be unfiltered on this one. Trying to ram it into your head, bro. Like,
Okay, let me just say
you
this
can't
thing.
say
My podcast is not for everybody.
it doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's your podcast is for you and who you podcasting to.
Yeah.
If they want to listen, then they listen. If they don't want to listen, then turn this shit off and go somewhere else. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it is. You focus on the audience that you want to give it to and what you want to tell them, because you do have a story to tell and you have some stuff to share with them. See, like Ace, when he comes up here and he shares everything that, you know, we were talking about with the stupid idiots under pedophilia and stuff. You want that kind of thing going on, and it will happen. But you got to have the mindset. You don't say your podcast sucks. You say, my podcast, I'm going to be the best, one of the best. And if it's not the best to anybody else, it's the best to me, bro. That's
There
how
you
you
go.
say it, Oos. You don't
That's
have to
my
worry
guy,
about what
so
other
smooth.
people. Don't worry about what other people said. But Oos. I kind of evolved that thought too, because I used to be just like you. I used to think, man, why is everybody? I think, what are they gonna think if I do this? What are they gonna think? I don't know. Now that we're like 40 something and over, I don't give a shit no more.
Yeah, I don't. That's why, like I'm literally saying, hey man, my podcast sucks to you. It's not the kind of podcast that you want, that you're looking forward to, because I'm not going to be
No.
sugarcoating in a way to where you want to hear what you're expecting to hear. I'm just going to be transparent
I hear
of
you.
what I feel about it.
Oos, you were taking the humble route, right? You're taking the humility route, but I think that's also what kills our culture. The humble route's okay, but when you do it within our people who understands that. But if you're doing it for the world, you have to speak into existence what you are. So I just suggest change it around to, my podcast is what my podcast is. I mean, if you like it,
It is what it is. Yeah.
If you don't, you don't. Because don't give your podcast some negative in. It truly is a fact that if you put negative energy on something, it will forever be engulfed by negative energy. Some Japanese guy did like a freaking whole demonstration on that with rice.
That's what's up, bro. That's why me and you were back at it, dog.
Bro, you got me talking all up again, and I used to be quiet, man.
I know. You like that though, huh? Hey man, I did have a question, man. I appreciate that one, but let's move on to the next topic, dude.
So
What
you
is
got
this
topics now?
what
Oh
is this
shoot.
XRP, bro? What is that XRP, man? You know about
So
that one? Right there.
yeah.
That's the investment, man. My buddy was talking, man. Educate your boy about it, man, because I am gonna invest in it. Are you
Okay.
invested in it?
I was, but I sold.
Oh, good. Yeah, because I want to show my buddy that, like, hey man, check this out, brother. This is my man right here telling you.
A cousin of mine, he told me to get into it when it was a low price. Look at XRP's price right now. It's what, $3 something?
Yeah, $3.
I,
But before it's
my
like
cousin
25 cents or something like that.
cousin told me another cousin of mine was in it, and he got in at I think 30 cents. I got in at 41 cents, and then I needed the profit. Bro, I sold because I needed stuff to do a Weave House podcast. If I had held on to it, it would be worth a couple thousand right now.
You did not listen to Warren Buffett. See, you are the dang.
No,
See, bro. Man.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I had to get. So you had to make a decision, right? You as a business owner had to make a decision. Do you wait for it, or do you need to get what you're needing at the time? So we needed, right? We needed a couple of software at the time and a couple of hardware tools at the time. So I said, you know what? I'll take the hit now. Sold my XRP stash, but I still have my Bitcoin stash.
That's interesting because I'm gonna bring my boy up too, man. So my buddy, he's against Bitcoin, but go carry on.
Yeah, actually, I met a lot of people who are against Bitcoin because they say Bitcoin is like the coin of the CIA and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I want to bring them on for this purposes, so like you two can debate on it, and why Usyk is just gonna be
like, I ain't gonna debate with nothing, dude. All I want is increased earnings. But anyhow, let's go to XRP. So the reason why people are talking about XRP is because it's a payment system, like how your Visa credit card and your MasterCard, right? You know, companies use Visa card and MasterCard, but they also have to pay a fee to the Visa and MasterCard companies. So MasterCard and Visa is the middleman, right?
Yeah.
You want to purchase something, if you don't have dollar bills in your hand and you only have a credit card, your credit card has to be under either Visa or MasterCard, right? So you swipe that thing, the money goes to the vendor, like Walmart. You go swipe your debit or your credit card at Walmart. Your credit card pays for the Walmart purchase, but the company Walmart only receives a little bit of that. I mean, only receives like a certain amount of it, and they give like a small percentage to Visa. You get it?
Okay, I'm listening.
So imagine how many transactions that is per day for a Walmart in your area. Do you have Walmart?
Yes, I do. That's about a good, like, maybe 10,000.
How many swipes?
10,000. 10,000 and up.
In a day?
Guaranteed. 10,000 and up.
I'm thinking 25,000 and up, bro.
Well, I'm just giving you the bare minimum, though. That's still a lot.
Okay. Bare minimum 10,000, but I would say 25 bare minimum. But of the 25,000, and they're taking about, let's say, a 2% to 4% fee off of every purchase, and every purchase averages about what, $100?
Yeah. Yep.
And you times that 7 days of the week.
Yeah.
So Visa and MasterCard rich off of that, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Along comes XRP. You take out Visa card and MasterCard, Walmart gets all the money directly.
No
middleman. The fee you pay is not 2%. It's like 0 point something percent now.
And that's the XRP way?
The XRP makes it easy for crypto people to interact with business people that uses like stores and stuff like that. I think that's the easiest way I can describe that. And if you hold XRP, you help out with that whole power. You provide computer power to helping out with that whole network, whatever it is. But at the same time, if you hold it, the price will go up if there's so many people holding it. You get it? So many people buying it, so many people holding it. Like I said, it was...
Yeah, it's like stocks.
It's the same thing. You hold on to it and wait for the price to rise. And then when the price rises, then you got to make a call. Can I sell now for profit so I can buy something? Like, that's what I did with my XRP. I bought stuff for the Weave Files to carry on at that time. But if I had held, I would be even worth more.
Yes.
because I had a nice small bag at 40.
So do you regret selling, or is it more like could you have just sold a few of the shares and just keep
No,
something that way?
I needed at the moment. At that time I needed the money. You get it?
Gotcha. Yeah.
I don't regret it, but now I kind of like, oh, I wish I had, but it was at the point where I couldn't hold it. Like I didn't have any income coming from anywhere else, and I already had like a bag. So
Okay. So because I'm asking my buddy too, like, is it too late to invest in it? He's like, no, get on right now.
Because what you have to look at is you have to look at what's a predicted price that they're saying XRP could be worth. Okay.
Yeah. And he's saying he's gonna give himself about 5 more years.
Yeah.
Stay invested because he got about 200 and plus, or maybe 300 plus shares in it.
Well, more than 300 plus. That's not bad. Or you say 300,000 plus?
300,000.
Think about it. 300,000 times the current price of XRP.
Yeah.
That's
and in 5 years from now, and then 5 years from now, he's saying, giving himself 5 years. Kind of like when you talked, you were talking about some certain stock. You went into where it can. I think it was Bitcoin, where if it was to hit 100,000 shares, and you was like, we're good. Well, that same concept.
I think Bitcoin, it's exactly the same concept. And I think Bitcoin would be an easier example to do because Bitcoin back in 2000 and when it first came out, was it 2009? I think 2009. Bitcoin was, let me ask, when did Bitcoin first come out? Okay. Bitcoin first come out. Or when was Bitcoin first developed? 2009.
Yeah.
Back in 2009,
sounds about right.
It was only worth a fraction of a penny, bro. Like a guy bought a pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin. Can you believe that?
I believe it.
So
remember, man, I had family members who had Bitcoin. They sold it, got like few properties off of it.
Yeah,
so yes,
I believe
it.
Again, it goes back to the whole freaking, like how are you willing to hold on to it for however long, right? Like you said, stocks. Like if you bought in very low, fraction of a penny. If you had $1 worth of Bitcoin and you bought it in 2009, that $1 worth of Bitcoin is worth a couple million right now.
Yeah,
$1 worth. You bought Bitcoin, and that's that people don't get this. $1 worth of Bitcoin that you bought in 2009, currently in 2025, is worth a couple million.
15 years later, huh?
Yes.
14,
would you have had the foresight to hold on to something so useless for 15 years?
Totally.
That's what people thought. It was useless. A majority of people, the nerds, like you say, and the tuned in people, they knew. We knew. Hold this shit until kingdom come.
You made my decision. I'm going to buy some of that stock. I'm done. I'm good.
Well, I'm gonna help you out some more. So to make you even a more wiser investor, okay? You need to know how many you want to get. You need to know like how much of a bag, because you said your friend, your cousin has 300,000, right?
Yeah.
So they've been collecting for a while. There's a thing called dollar cost averaging, meaning they must have bought like 100 every other day. Or they must have bought $50 worth every other day to build that bag. How much of a bag do you want to hold at $3?
Shoot, honestly, just to invest in it and see how it grow. Like for the example that you gave as $1 when it was like
no, you gotta make like how much are you willing to let it grow? Like you want to turn something. How much money? How many
stocks do I want off of that right now if I can?
It's not even a stock, bro. It's a coin. So how many coins do you want to hold to equal? So my goal, I always say, I want to have $10,000 5 years from now. How many coins do I need to hold right now to have $10,000 5 years from now?
Good point. So how many coins how many coins can I get right now with this XRP? If I say $100, I mean 100 coins, how much does that cost?
$300, like $400.
Oh shit, for real. So what about 1,000? So $1,000.
You times
I
it
can
by
do that.
4. 1,000 times 4 is $4,000 to buy 1,000 coins.
Good, bet.
So
I'm
and
in.
then you hold it.
Let's let it sit.
It's not it. Then you have one more thing. You got to know what price you want to get in. Are you willing to get in at that price, or you want to wait till it drops? You get it?
Oh, see now but you never know what's gonna happen in the future
Exactly. So you make the
unless you're
decision
within the
here.
group. So, but
Exactly.
okay, so
You have to be.
here. What
You
about
have
this
to be tuned
strategy?
in, bro.
So let's say my goal is to buy 1,000 coins of this XRP, right? But
And
when
you
it
won't.
drops, and that's why I got my partner here to go ahead and let me know when to buy in when it's lower, so I can buy a little bit of that.
Yeah, you can
And
buy
then
more.
and then when it goes up, then stop and wait till it drops again.
You're
and
already
then
a
go ahead
wise investor. So right now, you as an
Thank
investor
you.
say,
Thank
I just want 1,000 coins. So you
Right.
drop $4,000
You
$4,000 on
just
it, right?
educated about Oos right now. Oos, so that's how y'all do it. Okay.
No, like I said, man, when we did the journey, remember I
Yeah.
went into it and I literally dove into all of this stuff. I figured
Now,
it out.
the good thing that I like, bro, I got 3. What do you call those? Right now, yeah, like that. Hey, now's the time to buy in. Like those guys. What do you call those stockholders? People that able to do the research. And they're like, hey, go ahead and buy in now. This is the best time to buy in.
You got
Or
3
they give
guys
them
that
money.
are tuned in. That's it. Don't
Yeah.
even call us anything more because
No. What do they call? I like
we
that
got
word
legal
though, man.
purposes. No. You can't
Hey,
call us those.
allegedly, or disclaimer. What do they call them though? What's that word?
Man.
There's a word for
Financial
that, man.
advisors, Zeus.
No, not financial advisors. They call something else. In the trade world, what do they call? In the trade world, they call it something else, man. It's
Shoot.
like where people are just where they give their money and they're like, hey, like I forgot what the word is.
Yeah,
man.
it was on the tip of my tongue. I just lost it.
I got 3 now, man. I got you, Jay Bid, and my man. When he comes on the podcast.
That's the thing. If you're investing like that, that works. Because you're gonna say you're gonna drop now, you drop it and you just hold your bag. And then if it goes low, you say, okay, I'm gonna buy more. But see, you also gotta understand, do you trust in this technology and stuff?
I don't trust
the pros and cons.
I don't trust it. I don't know much about the technology of it, but I do trust the 3 sources that I have. And they've been studying on that because one thing I do know is that you have to be able somebody that's to be able to do this kind of stock trading and stuff like that. You got to study it. You got to know it, like Sailor Moon said, right, or whatever his name is for the Bitcoin dude. You got to be an expert of it.
Disclaimer: I don't own any XRPs. I did plan to pick some up, but I am waiting for a lower price range to get in because I'm trying to see if it'll drop even lower than this. Because you never in crypto will always go wild where it will drop like a couple of dollars or even hundreds of dollars.
Hey, so how how many Bitcoins you own yet?
Not enough, Foos. I'm still putting in. I'm DCAing in. I want to get a full coin. I want to get a full 1 coin.
So the question is, so you don't have a full coin yet?
No, bro. Not even close.
Hey, allegedly, bro, from what I can recall, it's on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, on the J Bid and Raw Oos podcast. I believe that Uso owns about 3.5, 3.5. He does a full Bitcoin.
Yep, nice.
Proud owner. He says he's a proud owner.
So he's been a maxi for it. I've been on the other ride, which they call altcoins. So I had bags in altcoins, alternative coins. So
hey, he hooked me up there too. So with the ETFs, man, because you know me, I'm not like you guys invested in trying to get all and understand that because I'm more invested in understanding and becoming a master of podcasting. So this is my job. But my investment is pretty good on Robinhood, which then again, my buddy that's not Jay Big, my other buddy that invested in XRP, he said he don't believe in Robinhood. I'm like, God damn, man, I like this. That's why I want to get all 3 of y'all. Oh shoot, see, that's a good conversation to have, though. You know,
well,
like, hey, why Oos?
Because Robinhood screwed us over when we did the whole GameStop and AMC saga. Robinhood turned off the sell button, and a lot of people they have that movie, Dumb Money.
Yeah,
the movie Dumb Money on Netflix.
Yeah.
You gotta go watch it. People like literally the guys at even the guy running Robinhood right now, he turned off the sell button, so a lot of people couldn't sell their shares of GameStop to get themselves rich. And the people who got rich off of it was the ones that was trying to like they were supposed to go bankrupt. The big CEOs, the 2%ers that you always talk about. They're the ones
Yeah.
who told Robinhood to turn off the sell switch.
Yeah, but also what you neglect to remind people, because I watched that whole documentary, that whole movie. The ones that kept holding, they got greedy. They got greedy.
True.
They got greedy. They were trying to go up another. I'm like, wow, I wouldn't.
No,
My
you
thing
would.
is,
You
no,
would.
I wouldn't.
If you had a
I would have
couple
cashed
million
out.
inside and you saw how it was rising, I'm pretty sure you would. It's human nature. You would have just held it. Remember, all it was holding. The easiest thing to do, just hold on to something.
I tell you right now, man. And the good thing about a podcast, this is documented for life. Mark my word. Whatever I invest in, and it hits a mill, I'm cashing out.
There,
I
okay.
am cashing out, yo.
Wise investor. That's a wise investor's
Yeah,
approach.
I am not going to like try to be
Now
like
those
gamblers
guys,
at
but see,
casinos, yo.
remember these people they didn't know crap about stocks. They just heard their friends tell them buy this and hold on to it in this
Yeah.
Robinhood app. You get it, right?
Yeah, I know, but that's the difference. I take that back, bro. If I
Oof.
invest, whatever I invest in, and I can triple that, I'm cashing out.
No, but
I'm
I'm saying
cashing out.
if you were Oos, you were just like them. You didn't know about stocks and stuff.
Mhm. I
You
know.
get it, right? Now you know. Now you know
Yeah.
what to do. What you're saying right now is called take profits. You gotta take profits.
Hmm.
That's what investing is all about, is taking profit. And like I told you, I took profits to buy equipment and tools. You gotta use that sometimes. And then you're
Yeah.
gonna tell yourself, I'm gonna buy in because it's a cycle. It'll go up and then it'll come down. I'll buy in when it comes down. If it goes up again, I'll sell again.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing with XRP and Bitcoin.
Even like
Oh,
this little, ETF that I got right now, right?
are
You
you
see that?
holding it?
I'm holding it, right? I didn't even spend a lot on it, but guess what?
Wait, what's the name of the ETF? It doesn't
It's a
say,
few of
bro.
them.
It doesn't.
It doesn't say on it. It says right here. I don't even know what it's called. I
No,
just
it just
did.
give the ticker symbol. It
Yeah,
should be 4 letters or 3 letters down there.
4 letters, 3 letters.
Oh, so wait, so that means you're in the green. You like it when it goes to the green, right?
Yeah. Of course, I like what it goes. It's
All
a
investors love the green.
Misty, MSTY.
MSTY? Okay.
Yeah. So when
Not
Misty
bad, not
for
bad.
this little $500, right? I only invested like $100 off of it. Man, if that bitch hit 10,000, I'm cashing out, dudes. I'm cashing out, bro. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna cash it out because I'm like, hey, I could triple my damn investment on that.
No,
You know?
that's how investors are. That's what you wait for. You
Yeah.
wait for they call it the 3x. You wait for the 3x, the 2x, or the 10x, or
Mhm.
even the 100x.
Yeah. I'm a cash out 10, bro. Drop another $2,000 in it and just pocket the 8,000 and move on. You know, invest another 2,000 in it and just if it goes, it goes. It doesn't. And if that 2,000 profit like doubles or quadruples, cash that out and leave a little in there.
Exactly. And then leave a little. That's how you play the game.
Yeah.
It's a gamble game, Moose. That's how you play it.
But that's what I've learned so far, my brother. We have not been podcasting for what, almost a year and a half or 2 years. What I learned from rich folks, they borrow money. Robert Kawasaki was right. Rich folks borrow money.
Well,
So
they
it's
borrow money because they don't have to pay taxes on it. When
exactly.
you're using borrowed money to buy assets you don't pay taxes on. What I mean by you're using borrowed money to buy more money and you don't have to pay a tax on it because you borrowed money. And then with the extra money that you bought from your borrowed money, you go take
Yeah.
that and you put it into a savings account and it earns you
Mhm.
more money back. That's how they're doing stuff. But I wouldn't say a savings account. They go and invest it into
Exactly. I was just gonna say
business,
that. You
or
should
they go
continue
buy
investing.
they go do what you like you said, they invest in stocks and stuff, and when the
Yep.
stock they'll look for a stock or a crypto that rises fast within a week, a month,
Drop that in
or a
there.
year,
Yep.
and then like you say, they'll sell off. Okay, I'll sell off, pay some of the loan that I did to borrow this money, pay like a little bit there, and then we're good.
Yep. You just continue on that route, man, until it quadruples.
And yeah, I've been on the same boat as I'm trying to become a whole Bitcoiner. I have a good feeling I'm gonna get there, but I've invested in alternative coins that are different from Bitcoin, which is like XRP is an altcoin. So XRP
Mhm.
is listed as an alternative coin. I have remember I told you guys about stuff that you and me and our buddy Chief Lot got into,
Mhm.
and it's still there. It's kind of low right now, but they've done some big moves. So I'm waiting for that to pop. And it's the waiting game. It's the hurry up and wait. And then you also have to tune into the news. That's the only thing about stocks and crypto. Like you say, you're good. You have us three because all you have to say, hey, where are we at? Up or down? We're the ones doing the hard work, listening to the news, and all you do is call us up and, hey, are we up or down?
Yeah, pretty much, man. But you know what? It's 360. It turns around, right? Because when the White House blows up and it become a media, there we go. I got
Bro,
three
that's how
books
the business
to
networks work.
establish.
Like
Yeah,
everybody, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. I'll give you this
exactly.
info. You have a little piece of the pie. We'll all have a piece of the pie together.
Little that
And
you three know is that I'm already trying to build a documentary for individual of you three. That when y'all blow up, y'all become like a Michael Saylor Moon. What is his name? Sailor? Michael Saylor?
Michael
Have
Saylor.
your own, yeah, have your
See,
own book and stuff. How you made it and all that stuff.
no, it's Michael Saylor though. Like he's a
The
enigma. Like,
Bitcoin dude.
bro, he totally believed in Bitcoin to do what he did, right?
Hmm.
Like totally committed to something. He dropped everything and did what he did. There are those type of people, and like us who are just getting into it, look at him and be like, damn, that commitment is crazy.
Well, he's basically doing the Warren Buffett, but in the crypto world.
But like he said, if you think about it, that's why I started going hardcore back into Bitcoin again.
Hmm.
Because no matter, I've done it. I've literally done it. I put money in Bitcoin and it only goes up. And I sold because I needed money to use for stuff.
That's why you got to do the White House way, yo. Get a job. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And just invest, put the investments on
But
the side
bro,
and just
see
get a
the
job.
cool thing about investing too is it is
Yeah.
a job of itself.
Of
Like you
itself.
don't need to
Yep.
go.
That's what you
Like,
and Jay Bid is doing. Yep. Just like
you can actually
same
make a
thing.
living off of investing.
Yeah, I believe it, bro. Jay Bid's doing that too, man. He's just
Bro,
living his life.
I'm
Yeah.
at that about mid-level there, dude. Like I'm like living off of the investments I made literally while being here and helping stuff out with fam. And it works. It works when you're tuned in though.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. The tune in part. You got to tune into the world. Every little news counts. Like, what's the news about my company? Is it connected to my company? Is my stuff going up? Bro, you will go to sleep with these type of nightmares. Like, man. And then you learn to have it, hush it down. Like, learn to, relax everything. Like, it's not in your mind 24/7. When you first start your journey, I will warn all of you. It will be on your mind 24/7. It will stress you the F out.
It's part of the job, man.
Until
But it's
you get
also part of the journey.
exactly. And then when you become a veteran after 1-2 years in, you're like, okay, I lost 50%. It's all good.
Oh, that's just 50. All right. Move on to the next.
Bro, I seen people stress out like they're gonna die when they lose 5%. Like I literally seen people like that. But us in crypto, we hardcore. We were 50%, 1,000%. We good because that coin gonna go back up. Yeah, man, that's how they say it.
I know, man, because I was asking Jay Beard one time, like, bro, but what about when you lose the money? He's like, well, like for example, one of the ETFs or the stocks that it dropped and then you get penalized. He's like, well, that's why you have these extra ones. You use that stock to pay the fee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, it goes back up. It's borrowed money.
Bro,
I was like, man, that's smart, yo. That's smart.
But I think you forgot because I taught you about the dividend ETFs. Remember the ones that pay you money for the shares you hold?
Yeah.
And I told you there's also that other route. That's another route people don't know about. You could hold shares of this ETF and it'll pay you every month for as long as you hold it.
Yeah.
And I know, like I told you, I know of an ETF where you put 100 grand in and you get paid 900 a month for life for as long as you hold it.
Yeah.
I told you about that. And people don't understand that. In American Samoa, 900 a month, you live comfortably.
Bro, Bro, they're gonna pay attention when you guys make it, dog. Watch. That's all it
No,
is.
no,
And
no,
I'm
no.
glad.
Rephrase that. When we all make it.
No, no, no. What I'm saying here, let me say what I'm saying though. They're gonna pay attention when three of y'all profit off of it and they're gonna know y'all name. And I'm excited about it because I'm the podcast who was like right there. And my data is gonna be the one they're gonna be looking for. They'll be like,
Right.
man, guy's so smooth. Damn, who is this White House podcast?
Where's the J?
Bang!
That's
Well,
where
y'all-
it started.
Well, y'all benefit. I'm benefiting. Trust me, bro. I'm gonna be benefiting. That's why I'm not worried about my views at all.
Yeah, remember that's also why Chief Laud and I started up, to help you guys out. We wanted to show everybody that the problem with our culture and stuff, with our Polynesian community, nobody was teaching finances to our people. Nobody was telling our
Nobody's
people
still
about
teaching that.
stocks and freaking crypto and the newer things that were coming down the line. And nobody
Yeah.
told. If somebody had told us back in 2009, imagine how many Polynesian islanders would have been millionaires right now.
Bro, you know how many people? There's so much information out there online. People, they're just not doing the homework, and they're still
No, they're not.
bought in.
Nobody's tuning in. Like you said, Jay Bids tune
Yeah.
in. Your other buddies tune in. I'm tuned in. Nobody told. Like me, if somebody had told me back then and tuned me in back then, I'm pretty sure I would have gone. I would have gone on the bandwagon. But no,
No,
nobody did.
you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't, because you was at a different mindset at that time, bro. That's all I'm saying.
No,
You was
nobody
in a
was
different
there,
mindset.
bro. I'm here telling you, and you're already saying you're gonna buy XRP, right?
Yeah, now because of the mindset and what
If
I
I
what I
had
know.
somebody, imagine I had somebody like me telling me about Bitcoin in 2009.
Oh yeah, somebody like a role model. of
We
our
don't
own
have
culture.
anything like that in our Polynesian community. Well, we now
Yeah.
do. We do
That we
now.
now do. Yeah,
Well, we have Wayus, we have WeFathers,
Yeah.
we have J Bid, we
Absolutely.
have your buddy. We
Yeah.
now do, but still people don't listen. That's why in the
Mhm.
crypto world they're saying we're still early, but people don't understand what they mean by we're still early. You can still invest right now and still wait for that 100x, 100
You know
times
what-
your investment.
You know what this is, bro? This is like how what's his name, Mr. Beast came on YouTube. Nobody cared about him, but he was doing his thing, kept doing his thing. Next, you know, now he's the man. That's the same with ISO Speed and Kai Cenat and everybody. You know, they all started stuff that people don't be mocking them about, and then when they hit, they're like, "Damn!" It still takes a lot of hard work. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Takes
well,
a
they
lot
had
of work, dog.
also, like you understand now, you need to have a thick skin too if you're gonna do
You
this
have
type
to.
of work.
You have
Like
to.
they all had thick. They didn't care about what people were saying. I mean, they did read the comments and it did get them down sometimes because they'll talk about it on documentaries.
Yeah.
But they still push forward.
Not enough to where they give up, and that's the way
Yeah.
I am too. But I
So,
gotta shout out my guy, man, Derek Hill. That's my Uso, Derek Hill, dog, because
why does
he's
that
on
guy
that
sound
train.
familiar?
You don't know him. Maybe.
Derek.
Oh well, he's on X. You guys might be in the same community.
Yeah,
Derek
why
Hill.
Derek Hill? Why does that? I might be wrong.
Yeah, man.
Might be another dude.
Well, there's a whole bunch. That's a common last name and first name too. So, Derek Hill.
Yeah.
man.
So it's no. Okay, it's another. Yeah, almost the same as another dude that I follow. Almost the
Mhm.
same name.
Yeah, he's all about it, man. He's all about that whole thing. And I was like, man, I'm glad I met you, because I have other two partners that I know that's into these kind of stuff. All I know, I don't do the research for it, but I do believe that you guys are onto something. That's for sure.
See, but that's
That
the
is
other
for
thing
sure.
too, Rose. Like I tell you once again, if only somebody was chirping in our ears when the
Mhm.
moment before it hits, somebody was already telling us. Because that's how, like, it goes back to the freaking dumb money guy, right? He knew about GameStop stock. He said, "This thing is undervalued. All these companies will go bankrupt if I can get together a group of people to buy at least 10,000 shares of GameStop, and it will cause the other companies to, because they have a thing it's called short selling, where people
Mhm.
literally kill businesses. They say, oh, that business is going to go into the ground, and they bet on your business going into the ground. This is in the stock market, people. This is how that dumb money movie went. So those big companies that bet on GameStop was going to go bankrupt, this guy, he went and took a bunch of people, everyday people like you and me, and he said, hey, let's buy up at least 100 shares each of this stock, and it will go to it's gonna go to it was worth like $3 back then when he bought it, and then it's now where GameStop stock went all the way up to $400, bro.
That's crazy, dog.
People like that, if there was somebody like that chirping in our ear when back in the day, right, telling us, hey, buy this now, like you said, a friend, buy this now, this one's gonna go hot in the next 3 years, this one's gonna go hot in the next month. But then again, you got to know the right people who's gonna say that, because some people say it's gonna go hot, so it's a pick and choose. But we don't have it in the poly community. We do have it now, but not a lot of polys are tuned into it. Not a lot of polys are tuned into the financial game of investments and stuff. So,
you know,
to use, like, we on it.
For real. And it ain't even about the poly anymore, too, yo. It's just about everybody that's interested and want to live a different lifestyle that we are in training of doing, yo.
You don't know how proud of you I am. Remember how we always used to say it's the poly community, but I kept telling you guys go worldwide. We got to think about everybody. Look at you bringing that up for me.
For real, right? It's like, why? It was worldwide, baby. Worldwide, man. For
That's
real,
a much better thinking. Yeah, it's worldwide. It's about anybody that listens. It's like,
for real, dog. But hey, to the listeners, man. To the listeners, we're gonna end it right here, man, because you know we just caught up, and we're gonna bring y'all. we're gonna bring a lot of great content moving forward. My man, Guy So Smooth here, being my producer. You know what I'm saying? Incognito don't want to show his face. If you want to see his face, man, we'll go ahead and have a PayPal, and just only those that pay for our content will be able to see the man's face, or maybe
300 XRP. I take 300 XRP for a face.
Yeah. Even JB too. If y'all want to see that and get that valuable information, y'all. But man, until next time, man, make sure if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let your folks know, man, we are not here to play games, baby. We're here to put you on the game that we're on and level you up, whether in career-wise, whether as an entrepreneur, whether, you know what I'm saying, anything. You know what I'm saying? Life is too short to just like stay content. God damn, Oos, that was sick, Oos. Life is too short to stay content.
Man, clip that, Oos. Clip that.
For real. You know I'm going to, dog. Hey, and I'm gonna send you the actions too, bro, so you can mess with the edit too, man. See how the Riverside goes, bro. Shoot it from both ends. You know what I mean?
Oh man, it's beautiful, man, bro. 2 hours. What the hell?
Hey, bro, we shooting for 3 to 4 hours next time, bro. We're gonna continue on with some hot takes, dog. Hot takes, valuable information.
Man. Hey, if you guys got any topics you want to drop for our boys here, who you want us to talk to or anything, just drop it.
For
drop
real,
it in
man.
the comment section. Like, what are you all interested in? That's what my buddy here wants to know.
Yeah, man. What are y'all interested in, man? At the same time, if you don't like what we're talking about, man, feel free to check out. For real. For real. Yeah. Anyways, fam, you got anything else you want to say, bro, before we end this day?
Hey, thanks for having me on, man. I miss all of you guys. Shout out to Queen. Shout out to Chief Lot. Shout out to you, J Bib, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, people. You guys are smooth out.
Hey, there you go, family. What is this one? See if it even goes live, yo. Yeah.
Powered by Riverside.
Hey, Riverside, sponsor, yo. Sponsor.
Drop it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, bring back the good old vibes.
Keep it smooth. We got so smooth.
Nah. We good.